Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the English Institute of Sport here in Sheffield for session 2 of the World Boxing Cup Finals 2024. We're going to be starting boxing in approximately 10 minutes, so please make yourselves comfortable and ready for 11 bouts of action. We've got a few apps. If you have a look on the big screen throughout the session, if you want to scan that QR code, that will take you through to an app where we've got we've got a quiz coming later. We've got a fan zone type page where you can take some photos and things like that. And there's also an AI simulator as well, and you can make yourself a boxer, and we'll put you on that screen. We'll show you how to do that a little bit later if you're struggling. Well, give it a scan and try out those apps. This is quite a good app. So we're going to be starting, like I say, about 8 minutes now. So just sit back and enjoy. Just a quick reminder, no flash photography in the arena, please, because this may distract the boxers. So please refrain from using any flash photography. You're trying to send photos and videos from those flashes on your phones. Thank you, we'll see you soon.
Well, greetings one and all, wherever you are. We are live in Sheffield on the opening day of the World Boxing Cup Finals, the culmination of World Boxing's first calendar year of competition. And it is a competition that has taken us all around the world, from here in Sheffield, England, to Pueblo, Colorado, stopping off in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. And we're wrapping up back where we started in Yorkshire's City of Steel. Session 1 is in the books. Head-turning performances from 3 Japanese stars, and to show you how truly global world boxing has already become in its first year of existence, we've got boxers from 13 nations competing across the 11 bouts this evening.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the English Institute of Sport Sheffield for the first edition of the World Boxing Cup Finals. This event is brought to you by our partners GB Boxing, England Boxing, World Boxing, UK Sports, National Lottery, Sheffield City Council and Sting. Your competing countries are Brazil, China, Chinese Taipei, England, Finland, Germany, Italy, Japan, Mongolia, the Netherlands, Pakistan, Panama, Singapore, South Korea, Switzerland, Thailand, Ukraine and Wales. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it's time to make some noise. It's time to start boxing. So let's get your boxers to the ring for bout number 11. It's a women's 60 kilo quarter-final, and introducing your red corner, representing Korea, give it up for Yeonji.
So kicking things off with the evening session, Yeonji, experienced campaigner, 4 times an Asian lightweight champion, and she's won medals on the world stage too. 2 times a bronze medalist at the World Championships, and she's the first to be called to the ring by our MC Craig Denham.
And ladies and gentlemen, introducing your blue corner, representing Pakistan, give it up for Laura Djida AKRAM.
Laura Djida AKRAM from the Repton Boxing Club in London. She is London based, but as you heard Craig Denham, our MC, say, representing Pakistan, and with Pakistan on her blue vest as well. Represented her nation for the first time at the Olympic qualifier in Italy in March, and has made the 3-hour or so journey north to be with us here in Sheffield.
Ladies and gentlemen, your officials and ringside, Judge 1 representing the USA, Judge 2 representing Italy, Judge 3 representing Great Britain, Judge 4 representing World Boxing, and Judge 5 representing World Boxing. Your referee representing World Boxing, Akbar Mohammed.
So after 10 bouts in the early morning session, earlier on here in Sheffield, we're ready for bout number 1 of the evening session, our 11th bout overall. It's in the women's 60 kilo category, the lightweight category. No round of 16 in this division. We are jumping straight to the last 8 and the quarterfinals. So we are broadcasting live around the world on the World Boxing YouTube channel. And I think the slight delay was that there was no gum shield in the mouth of Laura AKRAM in the blue corner. Swift run backstage for her coach in the green tracksuit. And we are ready to be called to the middle for the final reminders of the rules. Not done the checklist. Gloves, check. Boots, check. Gum shield, ready to go.
Round 1.
And so round 1 is underway. Bout number 11 at the World Boxing Cup Finals here in Sheffield. It's a women's 60 kilo lightweight quarterfinal. Yeonji in the red representing Korea, and Laura Djida AKRAM representing Pakistan in the blue. And it's a lively start from both, with Yeonji looking to try and take the centre of the ring, and Laura AKRAM having absolutely none of it, trying to push her back. So Chris Latcham on commentary with you throughout the afternoon as the Korean lands a stunning shot straight through the gate. Just showing off her power early in this first round. So AKRAM won a tournament, the Riviera Box Cup down in Devon in August. Always good to get a medal, and it was a gold one at that. But it's a step up in trip against a 4-time Asian lightweight champion, 2-time world champion, bronze medalist as well. A lot of miles on the clock, a lot of experience, but still looking as fresh as ever. Yeonji of South Korea. So approaching the halfway stage of this first round. AKRAM still holding on to the middle of the ring, but it's lovely back foot work from the Korean. Just skipping in and out of range. Lateral movement side to side, making herself a very difficult target to hit. And landing little sneaky punches when she comes back into range. First couple of bouts in the early session this morning went to back foot boxers. Difficult to know what the judges were looking for, but the skilled work off the back foot was what they were looking for earlier on. Different judges every bout, so you never quite know what you're going to get. But Yeonji went to the Olympics this summer. Not the first time she'd boxed in an Olympic Games. Skilled campaigner. And Laura AKRAM is giving as good as she is getting here. Referee didn't like that it was getting a little bit untidy, and quick word with the Korean and straight back underway as we enter the last 30 seconds of this opening round. And Laura AKRAM tried to qualify for the Olympics as well, was beaten by JENNI of Switzerland, who's actually here tonight and will be boxing on our card. JENNI has moved up in weight, so no chance of those two coming head to head this week. That's a good shot on the back foot with that lead left hand from the Korean, who's smiling on her way back to the corner. So I mentioned that Yeonji boxed at the Paris Olympics. She lost to Wu Shiyi of Chinese Taipei, who went on to get a bronze. And what a wonderful junction for me to introduce my co-commentator sitting next to me as we look at the first scorecard. Lewis Richardson, Great Britain boxer, who also won a bronze at the Olympic Games. And you can see that it is the Olympic bronze, or the Olympic boxer who has taken the first round on all 5 judges' scorecards, Lewis.
Yes, good afternoon, Chris. Yeah, you can just see with the first round there, just a little bit, touch more class from the red, but it was a good competitive round still.
Lee Murgatroyd from GB Boxing just whispered in my ear, he'll be after your job. Lewis Richardson, who's with us. I was ringside at the Olympics, Lewis, charted your journey to the Olympic bronze medal. It was wonderful. From the Paris North Arena to Roland Garros, you got the opportunity to box in that wonderful tennis arena. And then you got the chance to stand on an Olympic podium. That is what so many of these boxers here this week will dream of, and you've lived that dream.
Yeah, massively. It was wonderful, wonderful moments. Obviously been interviewed and done a lot of media post-games, but you know, I'm not fed up of talking about it because it was such an amazing experience. And you know, these competitions that we're doing now, ready for the next cycle, these are all preparation for the pinnacle, and that's the Olympic Games.
Yeah, this is laying the groundwork, and the Korean, 34 years old, has laid the groundwork on many, many occasions before, much the experienced fighter, although Laura AKRAM is 30 herself, but it's the experience at that slightly higher level that the Korean has.
Yeah, definitely. She looks a more relaxed of the two. She's flowing a little bit more, but it's, as I said, it's still competitive, and AKRAM's still coming. She's game.
Yeah, she certainly is, and landing as well as she forces her opponent up against the ropes. Good work from the boxer in blue. Now, what a treat we've had at ringside. Callum French on co-commentary this morning, session 1, and Lewis Richardson with us throughout the evening tonight, and I believe for some of the rest of the week, although I won't hold you to that, Lewis. You're going to be a busy man in demand this week, no doubt.
Maybe see how I get on tonight, and if you want me back, I'll be back.
Yeah, I'll mark your work. Okay. It's about bronze for me so far. Let's see if we can push, get onto the top steps.
Okay, say no more.
Right, so centre of the ring, and Yeonji just holding her opponent's head down. The referee saying to Laura AKRAM, keep that head up. Let's have a boxing contest. That's good work. The left and the right getting through for the Korean as AKRAM came in. So the first round, Lewis, we saw Yeonji just boxing off the back foot. What has Laura AKRAM done in this second round to try and negate that?
Well, she's tried to put a little bit more pressure on, but it's just, you know, for me, she's unable to sustain the attacks. She goes in a nice flurry, but, you know, as we see then, she got caught for a nice backhand from Red, and again.
Straight shots, straight through. And that might happen as Laura AKRAM feels like she has to turn up the heat a little bit. She might leave herself exposed.
Yeah, definitely. But you can't knock her for trying. She's game and she's going. She's strong.
So this is, as we said in the intro, the culmination of a year-long series of world boxing events. You boxed at the very first one in this arena, Lewis. I remember back in January.
Yeah, it's so nice to be back. It's also nice not having to make weight, I must admit.
And get punched in the face. I promise.
Yeah,
I
around that bit. But yeah, it's a great venue. And yeah, you know, the level of competition is high. The numbers aren't massively high, but the level of competition is high quality.
Yeah, high quality. Right on the bell there with the Korean on the back foot, just landing a little sneaky punch right on the bell onto the cheekbone of Laura AKRAM. Let's bring the scorecards in and see how the judges are scoring. Much the same as the first, 10-9s across the board in round 1 and round 2.
Yeah, and I'd say that's pretty fair. You know, I'm glad we're not seeing any sort of 10-8, 10-7 rounds there, because AKRAM is still competitive, but the quality work and the eye catches are coming from Red.
And here is some of that quality work, the eye-catching work, coming from Yeonji in the red vest.
Seconds out.
So a couple of rounds in the books of this first bout of the evening session here at the English Institute of Sport, the World Boxing Cup Finals. Laura AKRAM in blue, representing Pakistan, against Yeonji, who is up by 2 points on all 5 of the judges' scorecards. So if you are just a newcomer to Olympic-style boxing and you're not quite up to speed with how the scoring works, ultimately Laura AKRAM would now need a very one-sided round to swing this fight back in her favour, or indeed a stoppage victory. Referee stops the contest. Doesn't happen too often in Olympic-style boxing, especially in the lower weights, but it can happen. And that is the situation that AKRAM finds herself in And Yeonji has bought herself the right, if she wants to just stay out of trouble for the next 3 minutes.
Yeah, and I think that's important in tournament boxing, you know, Olympic style boxing, where you're boxing 3, 4, 5 times over, you know, a very short period of time. So, you know, if I was the red corner, I would probably just float around. For those who did see the Olympics, you'll see I was 2-0 up going into the last round in my quarter-final, and just tried to negate everything as much as possible to ensure that, you know, you get the win and you're through to the next round. That being said, Korea's still going for it and still having a good go.
Yeah, she certainly is. That was Zayed Ashash of Jordan, wasn't it, that fight? I made good friends with his trainer. I'd split loyalties, Lewis. Obviously, I was backing you, but at the same time thinking, these are my guys as well. But he got the job done, and we knew at that moment that it would be an Olympic medal of some colour. What a moment that was for GB boxing fans, fans of GB sport, fans of Lewis, and for yourself and your family and friends. Amazing memories.
Very special Saturday evening in Paris. It was definitely stay with me and the family, you know, and everyone who supports for a long time.
Certainly will. Now, heading towards the last minute of this contest, a contest that Yeonji of Korea in the red is up and still bouncing around from toe to toe, as she was right from the first bell.
Very good at putting it out of range, just with her feet, you know, just drifting in and out, controlling the range of the fight, controlling the pace of the fight also. So, yeah, very nice work.
And so I think we knew before this round had begun that the task was probably beyond Laura AKRAM to rescue this going into the final round, down on all 5 of the scorecards. What do the coaches say when you head into that final round? Go out there, learn lessons, or go out there and show the best of yourself?
Is that when you're potentially 2-0 down?
Yeah.
Fortunately, I've not been in that position too many times. I think one of
Wrong person to ask, maybe.
one of the only times was against Alexander Kuzniak, who those boxing purists will know.
He won the gold.
You don't really get arrested with him, so it's just a case of go out there and do your thing. That was a good performance from both, but yeah, the class come from the red for me.
So we will await the official confirmation of the outcome. Yeonji's fellow Korean Moon Ga-yeon lost her opening fight to a Mongolian opponent, Altan Setset Luftiye, as we get a reminder of the best of the action from that final round. And well, Lewis, you mentioned that when you get yourself such a lead, you give yourself the opportunity that if you want to, you can stay out of dodge, but continued to engage.
Yeah, I mean, she's obviously comfortable doing that, and she did look in control throughout. And yeah, she's come through unscathed, most importantly, so she'll be ready to go again.
Yeah, it's a valid point, especially with fights coming thick and fast, sometimes every day, sometimes every other day. A cut would be the worst thing you could possibly have, so that's why boxers might stay out of weight. Let's get the official confirmation of the result from our ring MC, Craig Denham.
Gentlemen, bout number 11 after 3 rounds of boxing. We go to the scorecards where your officials and ringside score a unanimous decision in favour of your winner, boxing out of the red corner. It's a Yeonji of Korea.
So big win to kickstart our evening session for the 34-year-old Korean Yeonji. And up next for her, she will face Maud van der Toorn of the Netherlands in the semi-finals on Friday afternoon. And worth pointing out, van der Toorn, she won the lightweight gold at the GB Open here in January, beat England's Elise Glynn in an excellent final. And there is the confirmation of the final scores, winning every round on all 5 of the judges' scorecards.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 12. It's a women's 60 kilo quarter final. And introducing your red corner to the ring, representing Mongolia, give it up for Namuun MONKHOR.
A little bit of a grudge match coming to the ring. Namuun MONKHOR of Mongolia. She won gold at the World Boxing Cup event in her native Mongolia a couple of months ago. And she beat tonight's opponent in the final. So will it be revenge or will it be repeat? That will be the question that we so often ask in boxing. The Mongolians are here in their number. Strong contingent of 11 boxers brought to these shores for this competition. And why not after they dominated their home event just a couple of months ago.
And ladies and gentlemen, introducing your blue corner to the ring, representing Japan. Give it up for Ayaka Taguchi.
Well, the Japanese have had a very successful time so far today at the World Boxing Cup Finals. 3 bouts, 3 wins. Satsuki Yoshizawa, Soshi Makino and Shion Nishiyama all wowed those in attendance here at the English Institute of Sport earlier on today.
Judge 1 representing World Boxing, Judge 2 representing the USA, Judge 3 representing Chinese Taipei,
on Ayaka Taguchi.
Judge 4 representing
3
World
from 3
Boxing,
for Japan,
Judge 5
and up against her rival from a couple of months ago who beat her in the final
Your
of the World Boxing Cup Ulaanbaatar
Australia,
Open in Mongolia.
Uchi Artem.
So Ayaka Taguchi's compatriot, Shion Nishiyama, was looking over his opponent's shoulder at that big screen that you can see on your screen right there. Especially in the final round, he built himself a lead. One of the best performances of the day so far from Shion Nishiyama. But now it's time to focus on the women in the lightweight division, the quarterfinals. In red, Namuun MONKHOR of Mongolia, and in the blue, representing Japan, Ayaka Taguchi. And Taguchi has come out with the style that we've seen from the smaller of the Japanese cohort, throwing fast fists and coming out at a high velocity.
Both move very well. Good judgment of distance for both. Looks like it's going to be a high level, high quality bout.
That's what you hope for when you turn up to work at events like this, and we have been treated to an awful lot of that so far. The fact that these two reached the finals of an international tournament just a couple of months ago tells you that it's going to be of a high standard, Lewis.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, it's difficult with amateur boxing, Olympic style boxing, but well, it's not difficult, but it's a case of sometimes you the best meet the best, you know, or the two best sort of meet in early stages, because there's no, you know, it's very rarely seedings. And I mean, it's a good thing because you can't pick and choose opponents, you know. That's a big difference between, you know, the amateurs and the pros. But yeah, it means, you know, we get treated to some real early fight, some real, you know, really good fights early on.
Yeah, MONKHOR the Mongolian won that last contest between these two, but that was on home soil. So now that this is at neutral, does that have any impact, you think?
I mean, you'd like to think not, but potentially home crowd and, you know, having that sort of home advantage. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, it'll be good to see today. It's a close round so far.
Certainly is. Plenty of action over on that far side. Both trying to engage when they come within range. And Taguchi, I think, just holding around the back of the head, but landing a couple of punches right up the middle before the referee asked them to split. Taguchi is really good at letting those hands go quickly when they're up close.
Definitely. She doesn't throw too many, and then when she does go, she really goes.
Yeah. The occasional single and then a flurry. Blink and you miss it. Leading with the right hand out of the southpaw stance, the Japanese boxer in blue.
Yeah, nice feet there, drifting away. Didn't quite land anything back, but nice feet, nice movement.
So final throws of the opening round of this one. Taguchi again, just looking to hold with the one hand and land punches with the other, and the referee is allowing her to do it at this stage as we go to the bell at the end of the first round. How did you see that one, Lewis?
It was close, you know. There was a lot of movement, a lot of action, but not loads and loads of scoring punches. So I wouldn't be surprised if we potentially see a split. Oh no, 10-9 across the board. So it was close, but maybe the better movement of the Japanese, you know, the judges favoured that.
Yeah, the movement, quick feet, quick hands seems to be what has impressed the judges in the first 3 minutes. Here is some of the best of the action. She is lightning quick when she lets those hands go. Doesn't do it constantly throughout. And there you can see, holding with the right hand and landing punches with the left. Cleaner work from the boxer in blue, and that's the way that the judges have gone with that in round one. So a bit of work for Namuun MONKHOR representing Mongolia in red to do to get back level with Taguchi of Japan in blue. Wasting no time, getting straight back to it in this second round.
Yeah, nice backhand score from the Japanese there. I mean, and they're the eye catchers that wins rounds. You know, the jabs are great in the lead hands, but it's the backhands that really the eye catchers that, you know, that the judges remember.
Eye catchers, ear catchers as well. When you hear the leather crash into the cheekbones.
Yeah, carries some power. Nice movement from both there. Again, not landing, but there's nice movement. It's a high level bout.
Yeah, MONKHOR is just trying to hold her lead hand out higher, trying to force the Japanese to go over the top. But it is seemingly so often the boxer in blue that gets the best of these messy moments.
Yeah, a little bit messy. Maybe the ref could be jumping in here, but they are still working at the same time, so. Good shot there, scored by red.
Yeah, Taguchi's head rocked back, didn't it? And again. Almost using the right arm like an antenna just to hold her opponent at bay, Taguchi. So MONKHOR almost feigned like she was going to switch stances to southpaw to match her opponent, and then flung in a big shot, then tried to rip her head off backwards. Referee had to step in at that point. There's a point deduction for pushing back at the heads.
Well, it's a little bit messy, but maybe the referee deems that to be the red corner doing that. I thought it was a little bit unfortunate because it looked like they were both, you know, it's both being messy, but the referee indicated it was red's doing.
Good exchange in there. Both boxers landing punches. Blue urged to keep her head up. Well, MONKHOR in red has it all to do with the point deduction, trailing from the first round. Inside the last 30 seconds of this middle round of three. And Taguchi seems pretty happy, just taking time out of this bout now, locking her opponent's arms in under her elbows. And it's the Mongolian that gets the talking to. It feels to me like the Japanese boxer is getting away with one or two things in there, Lewis.
I'd say so, but we're not the specialists, so...
Well, you were. You really were. And still are. And we look forward to whatever the future holds for Lewis Richardson. And with that point deduction, you can see it's had a real impact. All 5 judges giving both rounds 10-9 in favour of the Japanese boxer. With the point deduction, it's opened up a 3-point gulf. It's too big a gulf for Namuun MONKHOR to break unless she can find the stoppage.
And although I'd say that, you know, the right person is winning, I wouldn't say the
feels a bit wide,
yeah, a fair reflection of how competitive and how close the bout is.
Well, you will remember very keenly how those tight decisions can go either way, and they don't always go in your favour, and Team GB will have, well, recurring nightmares of some of the decisions that they got at Paris 2024. Perhaps the less said about that, the better, as Taguchi is now looking to follow her 3 Japanese compatriots in rounding out a convincing victory here. Leading by a landslide on the judges' scorecards. Wouldn't be quite so wide on mine and Lewis Richardson's here at ringside, but we're not the ones scoring the fight. Smart straight shot from the Mongolian, but Taguchi threw one in over the top as well. Straight jab gets through with the right hand from the boxer in blue. And it's taken, what, 7 minutes of the contest for the Japanese boxer to be warned for leading out with the antennae-like right hand, but she's been doing it all the way through the bout.
Yeah, you'd have to say so. Maybe she's trying to, or maybe she's doing it a little bit more now again, because she knows she's 2 rounds up plus the point deduction. So she might be just trying to negate the fight a little bit more now than she has in previous rounds. But it's good that the ref is jumping in and sort of trying to prevent that.
Yeah, trying to minimise the risk, Taguchi, but still moving, still brilliant lateral movement, head movement as well, making herself a difficult target to hit. They've been the stars of the show so far, the Japanese boxers, Lewis. I know you weren't with us this morning, but anybody who didn't see that, it's still on the World Boxing YouTube channel. You can watch back the morning bouts, and they were back to back to back, those 3 fights. So if you just find the bit with the 3 Japanese fighters, you will not be disappointed. A brilliant half hour's entertainment. So into the last minute of the contest, Ayaka Taguchi took silver when these 2 last met. The Mongolian MONKHOR got the decision that time, but on neutral territory here in Sheffield, England, it's a very, very different result. We're still live in there, MONKHOR in red, competing right up to the final bell, landing a number of shots to the body in that last clinch.
Yeah, good shots landed there from the Mongolian. But as you know the scorecards, I guess it will be a revenge from their previous bout a few months ago.
Revenge, not repeat, from Ulaanbaatar. Ayaka Taguchi going into that final round, we knew had a winning margin already. Had the option, if she wanted to, pull up the handbrake, pull up the drawbridge, don't let anything come close. She didn't, she continued to engage in the bout. And we'll have to wait and see how wide her winning margin will be. And so here is the best of the action from that 3rd and final round. That was the flurry to the body that the Mongolian threw in the final minute of that round. She wasn't going down without a fight.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, bout number 12. After 3 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards, where your officials at ringside score a unanimous decision victory in favour of your winner. Boxing out of the blue corner is Ayaka Taguchi of Japan.
Four boxers, 4 wins for Team Japan here in Sheffield today. And Ayaka Taguchi will now box Brazil's Rebecca de Lima Santos in the women's lightweight semi-finals, and that bout will be on Friday afternoon, and she's won it by 5 points on the 4th judges card and 4 on all of the others, with that point deduction for the Mongolian boxer.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 13. It's a women's 66 kilo quarter final, and introducing your boxers. Firstly, representing Korea in your red corner, give it up for Sukyoung KANG.
So Sukyoung KANG will be looking to emulate her international colleague Yeonji, who kicked off the evening session here with an impressive victory over Laura Djida AKRAM. 2 boxers from Korea have fought so far. Bilguunsaikhan this morning was beaten by her Mongolian opponent Altan Setse.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing your blue corner, representing Germany, give it up for Luftiye TUTAL.
Germany have already had 1 big winner on day 1 here at the World Boxing Cup Finals. Dennis Brill beat Ismail Umar of Finland in the men's light welterweight. He's into the quarterfinals in that category. And Luftiye TUTAL is just 20 years old. She is the 2nd German to take to the ring here in Sheffield.
Judge 2 representing Great Britain. Judge 3 representing World Boxing. Judge 4 representing Australia. And Judge 5 representing World Boxing. Your referee representing World Boxing, Paola Falorni. Round 1.
And this is bout 13, the women's 66 kilo category, the welterweights in the quarterfinals. And Korea's Sukyoung KANG has come out fast and looking to send an early message to the German Luftiye TUTAL in the blue, who's looking to box off the back foot and try and pick her opponent off with the heavier shots. from the slightly more squat boxer is coming from the red vest. Working the body, working the head.
Looks very strong. Opponent in red. Good jab to really offset.
Really solid base that the Korean is punching from in the red jersey.
Big strong punches. Good uppercut there.
Yeah, not messing around. Immediately trying to take control of this bout from the first bell.
Good movement though from the blue to try and negate some of it. She's just struggling to get any work off her from herself at the moment.
Yeah, she's really talented. Luftiye TUTAL, already the boxed at the under-22 European Championship. She's only 20 years old. I know the Germans think she's got a big future. Her opponent slightly older, more experienced. And walking forward, trying to walk her opponent down.
Yeah, just needs to cut off the ring a little bit better, but lands nice shots.
Yeah.
Red starter stronger.
Certainly has, and the big shots landing to the body as well.
Yeah.
They can take their toll over the course of a 9-minute contest. TUTAL just out of range as she tried to throw in that jab. There's a little bit of blood coming from the nose of the German in the blue.
Not surprised at them punches.
Head rocked back again by the Korean, who's now swinging for the bleachers. Big right hand landed there. She is not messing around.
I wonder how fit this girl is. Very fast start. Oh, powerful shots.
Yeah, big power to head and body. And the Korean is not here to mess around, not here to make up the numbers. Big shots to the head, and TUTAL needs to cling on here. Just blow the cobwebs free. The referee's just had a close look at the nose. Reminding Sukyoung, the Korean, not to lead in with her palm, not to push the head back. Better work from TUTAL, the German. She's shipping a lot of damage here.
Yeah. Just walking through. Red's just walking through the blues shots. No respect there.
I think that's exactly it. No respect. She's felt some of the German's power and decided, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Very impressive round there.
Well, Sukyoung certainly looks strong at the weight. There you can see the blood being wiped clear from the nose of Luftiye TUTAL. Just 20 years young. She'll have been in many contests, not boxed internationally so much, but you can see that the judges, 3 of them, have given that as a 2-point winning round for Sukyoung, the Korean.
And that's what the 10-9, 10-8, 10-7 system is in for, because that, you know, I'd have to say it probably was quite a dominant round. Germans done well to, stay in the fight, but was stay in the bout. But it was quite a clear and convincing round from Red then.
Very strong performance from Sukyoung.
Seconds out. Second round.
So what can Luftiye TUTAL do as we move into the middle rounds? Tried boxing off the back foot in that first round. Now she's engaging from the first bell and got a couple of punches through. But the blood immediately starts to trickle from the nose once again. And that will be the target for the Korean. And indeed it is. She's picked up where she left off, trying to throw in some powerful leaden-fisted shots. TUTAL once again trying to box off the back foot. And the referee, it's not the nose, it's the hair that's come free from the head guard.
Could be a welcome break there.
Much needed. Yeah, a chance to just get some air into the lungs, clear the head. This happens so often in women's boxing, hair coming free of the head guards. Who does a break in play benefit there?
Yeah, you'd have to say the German, wouldn't you? But then the Korean's got more energy to keep going. So
Yeah. She's
maybe not.
taking some gulps of air into her lungs, and she's ready to go again at full steam ahead. Here we go. Still throwing the power punches, not landing as cleanly as they did in the first round. Although the German's nose might tell a different story. Punching around the back of the heads, the Korean there. TUTAL, the German, told by the referee not to spin around. That's good work on the inside by the Korean in red. Big left-hand shot came through the hook. Another stoppage. This time it's
for the nose this time. Doctor's having a little look at the nose.
Yeah. How bad does a cut have to be for a doctor to enforce a stoppage at this stage?
I think nose would say pretty bad, because it's not really affecting your eyesight. Whereas if you got a cut sort of above the eye,
bleeding into the eye,
yeah, then that causes an issue, more of an issue.
Yeah. I just think, you know, these boxers have travelled internationally to be here.
Yeah,
this is what they do.
Yeah, they won't want it. They won't want it to be stopped.
No, absolutely not. But TUTAL is finding this tough going against the Korean. She's still in there. She's still swinging off the back foot, but the Korean is now walking her down. I think knows that she's got the German's number here. This is a tough schooling for the 20-year-old.
It is a tough schooling, Chris, but, you know, fair play to her. She is still in there. She's not given up.
No, not at all.
And what I would say is, you know, at that young age of 20, these are the sort of bouts, you know, that you never want to have, but sometimes you need for development and to become, you know, better and more resilient and come back stronger from these moments. But, you know, right now it is tough in there for her, but, you know, she's not given up, so you've got to respect that. But and she'll come back stronger from this for sure.
Yep, full respect, experience that you might not get just boxing at domestic level. That's what these international opportunities bring to you, even if the opportunity means ultimately getting a bit of a beatdown from a more experienced opponent.
Yeah, and there's a standing 8 there, which
standing
is
8 after
you know,
a long flurry.
I'd say well deserved for the Korean there.
Right at the end of the round as well, a couple of seconds either way, and she might have made it to the bell without the count. Just a grimace from the German in front of us, who's got up from her stool, doesn't want to sit down in the break. And that is wide as wide comes after 2 rounds with no points deductions, up by 4 on 3 of the judges and up by 3 points on the bottom judge.
Just very aggressive and always working, the Korean is, and it's really impressive to see. You know, the fitness level is obviously high. She's putting a lot of work in, you know, behind closed doors. So it's it's really good to see.
We talked about the powerful base that she has, and ultimately she's got the fitness to carry that power through all 3 rounds.
She looks very explosive and very strong. She's pushing well off of you know, that solid base that she has, and really generating the power through the legs, because, you know, the power in boxing doesn't come from the arms, it comes from the legs.
Just a slight delay while the gloves are removed from the German's corner, and the head guard has come off, and I think the Germans have said that'll do. And she looks pretty devastated in the ring, Luftiye TUTAL. Yeah, the gloves coming off both sides. A 2-round mauling. There was such a wide chasm. There was no chance for her to get a victory in this bout, and I think her corner has done the right thing there, Lewis.
Yeah, I'd agree, because I'm sure it's not her pulling herself out, and you know, you need these tough moments in your career to you know, to come back from them and be a better boxer, be a better person, be a better athlete.
Tell me about this though, because you know as well as anybody will know that boxers would never want to end early. You go to the final bell would always be the mantra, but the coaches will have a look at this and go, we need to protect her from herself.
Of course, you know, she's 20 years old and she's got a big future ahead of her, you know, if she continues to work hard and listen to the team. So, you know, she can, you know, she's saved to fight for another day.
Boxing out of the red corner, It's Sukyoung KANG of Korea.
So the decision has been given as a referee stopped the contest rather than the towel coming in from the corner. And that may well have been influenced not only by the blood coming out of the nose, but the standing 8 count that was given at the end of that second round. I think the referee decided there is nothing more we need to see from this bout. There is one clear winner, and that winner is in the center of your screen there. Sukyoung KANG in the red corner from Korea. And if we have a look right towards the end of the round, the flurries were coming in. It wasn't that it was one-way traffic, it's just that the traffic going one way was all trucks and coming the other way was much smaller vehicles.
Yeah, big shots there. It's a very, very solid fighter.
So the Korean gets the referee stops the contest victory at the end of the second round. 3 bouts in the books. Yeonji of Korea and Sukyoung KANG both getting victories. And the second bout going to Ayaka TAGUCHI of Japan over her Mongolian opponent, Namuun MONKHOR.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 14. It's a women's 66 kilo quarter final. Introducing to the ring your red corner representing Brazil. Give it up for Beatriz Oliveira SOARES.
Beatriz SOARES makes her way to the ring, representing Brazil in the red corner. Quarter-finalist at the World Championships last year.
And ladies and gentlemen, introducing your blue corner, representing Finland. Give it up for Krista KOVALAINEN.
Finland's top welterweight, Krista KOVALAINEN, will be looking to follow in the footsteps of her international teammate Pila Kaiva-Oja, who got a unanimous points win over Djida of Brazil. It was Finland against Brazil, as it is right now. And Krista KOVALAINEN will hope for the same outcome.
So, ladies and gentlemen, your officials at ringside. Judge 1 representing the USA. Judge 2 representing Australia. Judge 3 representing Germany. Judge 4 representing World Boxing. And Judge 5 representing Japan. Your referee representing World Boxing, Mr. Lee Innes, MBE.
So third of the welterweight quarterfinals, the women's 66 kilo division. Beatriz SOARES of Brazil in red against Krista KOVALAINEN of Finland in the blue. Big boots to fill for Beatriz from Brazil. The other one, Beatriz Ferreira, is a world champion both at amateur and pro. She has some power in those gloves. The Brazilian in red. Both of them look like they've come for a tear-up. Neither taking a backward step. Attempted uppercut, pulls out of it. KOVALAINEN sends in a left and a right, but SOARES ducked away. Good work on the inside from Beatriz SOARES. And again, both landing shots. The standout one was the backhand uppercut from SOARES as KOVALAINEN came rushing in, and it's the same shot that gets through again. Lively start. She likes that right-handed uppercut, Suarez. That's where the power comes from. Referee not liking the foot trigger from Beatriz Suarez. Oh, that is a wonderful, wonderful rising left from Suarez as Kovalainen came in. Caught one on the chin. Kovalainen eyes on the prize. In the blue, she got caught coming in once again. The sharper work is coming from red. Oh, they've travelled in great number, Brazil. One of the biggest contingents here, not including the home nations. Oh, clean shot getting through with the right hand again. It seems so tough. The Finn is throwing good punches, but the cleaner shots landing are coming from red. Power contest in the centre of the ring here in Sheffield. Don't think either boxer has touched any of the ropes so far. Standing right in the middle and having a good old tear up. Good flurry from Krista Kovalainen, the Finn in the blue. Still neither taking a backward step. Kovalainen trying to go downstairs, ducking under the damaging shot that came in up high. Quick warning for the Brazilian not to punch behind the head, a warning for both boxers actually. And they're brought together right on the bell at the end of the first round. Engaging, absorbing, frightening. Good round. Well, I've sent Lewis to take a break, so there's no one to predict how the scores will go. But Beatriz Suarez has taken it on 4 of the judges' scorecards, with the 4th judge going in favour of Kovalainen, the Finn. Terrific action in the first 3 minutes of this contest, both standing dead centre of the ring and both throwing punches off both hands and landing big shots too.
Seconds out. Round
That
2.
was the shot there from Beatriz Suarez as we get back underway for round 2. Suarez, the slightly taller of the two boxers, in the red. Kovalainen of Finland in the blue. Well, the busier work is coming from Kovalainen in blue. She throws a lot of shots. They don't all land. She makes a lot of noise while she's throwing them as well. Suarez just using that lead left as the guard, patting away the danger, but the danger still comes in over the top. Good work from Kovalainen. Low held guard from Suarez in red. And now they box on. Kovalainen, marginally the shorter woman, is just bending at the knees as well to almost exacerbate the height advantage for a Brazilian opponent in red. Trying to throw the bolo punch, Suarez, and she caught some leather coming in. The windmill wind up with the right hand and then jabbing out with the left. Stepping in with the backhand right hook. I think that's the first time either boxer has touched up against the ropes in this contest. They've been centre of the ring the whole way through, and we've had 5 minutes so far. 5 all-action minutes, safe to say. Good punch from Kovalainen, just turning the head of SOARES. Kovalainen reached the semi-final at the Tama tournament, held in her native Finland just last month. She'd have been disappointed with that on home soil. Chance to set the record straight, but one of the toughest starts. There's that right uppercut again from the red vest. Kovalainen walking her opponent back onto the ropes again, but SOARES spins out of dodge. Oh, good shot, good shot. Just over the top of the guard from the Finn in blue. And will that be the action that sways the judges? 4-1, she lost the first round. Felt a tighter round the second to me. A 3-2 split in favour of the Brazilian. Which means it's still down to this final round. The Brazilian in red confidently strutting in that second round. And for my money, a lot of the better punches were from blue, as you saw there.
Seconds out.
So 3 minutes to save herself. SOARES in red with the huge left hook, the lead left hook, rocking back the head of Kovalainen, who didn't take a backward step. She got a wolf tattooed on her left shin, Krista Kovalainen, the lone wolf. It's thrilling stuff, isn't it? It really is. Both fighters, game as you like. Kovalainen again backing SOARES onto the rope. SOARES has been happy here in the last couple of minutes. The first 5 minutes of the fight were boxed solely in the centre of the ring. I think SOARES content that she's got her opponent's number here. Not engaging as much in this final round. Round 3 of 3. Kovalainen still eyes on the prize, but for my money needs to land more shots like that. The overhand right, and then a left just kissing the cheek of SOARES. Well, this is better from Kovalainen. This is what she needs to be landing in a round that she must win. SOARES has had it up to this point, but backed up against the ropes, punching on the break, the woman in red. We've got just over a minute left, and it's a minute that could shape which of these boxers marches on to the semi-finals. Good straight shot from Kovalainen with the left hand. Flurry landing too. The best shots are now coming from blue. SOARES got one through there, and there's a nice flurry there from the woman in red. Blood trickling from the nose of Kovalainen. SOARES just grinning, she's having fun in there, starting to dance now that she can see the blood. Exhibition stuff. The referee doesn't like that kind of exhibition. Sorry, says Beatriz SOARES in her not native tongue. 23 seconds to go. What a punch that was, and now the blood is really starting to leak from the nose of Krista Kovalainen. It's been a thrilling fight, terrific fight. Oh, SOARES starting to showcase all that she's got, dancing in there. What a brilliant contest that was. Both boxers earned the applause of this crowd here in Sheffield. And the red corner think they've got it. They were up on the scorecards going in. It would have needed to have been a landslide blue in the final round, and we will have to wait and see which way the judges have gone. Let's just drink in some of the action from that final 3 minutes. Hell for leather. Well, KOVALAINEN gave as good as she got. I thought, perhaps for the first minute, minute 20, things were going her way. But as that final round wore on, the Brazilian in red got more and more confident enough to be able to dance.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, bout number 14. After 3 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. We are officials at ringside. Score a split decision in favour of your winner. Boxing out of the red corner, representing Brazil, Beatriz Oliveira SOARES.
Well, I said big boots to fill. Beatriz Ferreira, the amateur and professional world boxing champion. And Brazil have got themselves another super bear in Beatriz SOARES. Winning it on 4 of the judges' scorecards, with the judge from the USA leaning the way of the Finn. And the winner of this bout will face the winner of the very next bout, but we're going to take a short break, so we won't find out who that'll be for 10 minutes or so.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 15. It's a women's 66 kilo quarter-final. And introducing your boxers. Firstly, to the ring, boxing out of the red corner, representing Switzerland. Give it up for JENNI.
One of the shorter breaks that I've ever pledged. Sorry for giving you hooky information. We are staying with it. You stay till the job's done. Brad Pitt from Snatch, that famous quote. I won't do the Irish accent, I'll get in trouble. JENNI of Switzerland is on her way to the ring. Experienced campaigner. "30 years young. She has medalled at international tournaments as well. Silesian tournament in Poland a year ago. She was beaten in the final, went home with a shiny silver medal. She is the sole Swiss boxer here this week.
And ladies and gentlemen, introducing your blue corner to the ring, representing England. Give it up for Dione BURMAN.
First of 2 home boxers this evening, Dione BURMAN. One of the hot prospects in the GB squad as they work towards their plans for the Los Angeles Olympics and of course the World Championships held by World Boxing in Liverpool next September. What a terrific opportunity for all of this fresh batch of GB talent. Dione BURMAN is key among them. 6 times a national champion. And a great opportunity to test herself at home, but on the world stage.
Your officials at ringside: Judge 1 representing Finland, Judge 2 representing Australia.
So Lewis
Judge
Richardson
3
is back with us. Lewis, I was just making the point
Judge
that we are
4
less than a year away
representing
from the World
USA.
Boxing World Championships,
Judge
which will be
5
held in
representing
Liverpool
World
next
Boxing.
September. So this is a great
Your
opportunity for these
representing
home nations
Korea,
boxers, the GB
Kim
boxers, to test themselves on the global
Mi-hai.
scale, but they'll get to do it for real in 10 months' time on home soil. What a wonderful chance that is for them.
Yeah, no, an amazing opportunity. I mean, for me, I boxed for, well, I've been boxing for GB for, you know, just over 6 years now, and it's only in January this year I had the first competition in England, so it was amazing. And now, you know, very fortunately for the boxers coming through on Great Britain, we're getting to do it 2-3 times a year and at the World Championships on the biggest stage. So yeah, it's a great opportunity for those to gain that experience now, then take it forward through to the next 10 months.
It certainly is. So Dione Burman of England in blue and Anna Jenny of Switzerland in the red in this welterweight quarter-final, the women's 66 kilo category. And it's Dione Burman with the southpaw stance, who's looking to impress herself on her opponent early doors here. Her opponent much more experienced, Anna Jenny, 9 years older, 30 years old.
Positive start from Dione though. She's using the range well. Just missing with a backhand there, but both throwing nice shots.
And range is interesting, isn't it? Because her stature, she's so tall at the weight. Having to do a bit of defensive work though, backed up against the ropes. Does well to wheel out of trouble. Catches one on the way in. But did well to get out of the way of that flurry from the Swiss.
Yeah, just needs to be conscious where you ever find yourself on the ropes, you want to get off them as quickly as possible. You know, it's okay drifting around the ring. I'm an advocate for drifting around. That's lovely there. You know, uppercut, lead hook, really nice. But just finds herself on the ropes now. You just need to, always have space behind and around.
Yeah, second time caught on the ropes for Dione Burman. What are we, a minute 15 into this contest? She's got those long levers, long legs.
See, that's lovely.
Box at range.
A jab slip, jab pull back backhand, really nice there. But just need to always make sure she's got the room to navigate back and around.
A bit like this, more centre ring for Dione Burman.
And it was an aggressive start from the Swiss boxer, but yeah, lovely shot from Dione there.
Yeah, snapping the head back. The Swiss looks strong at the weight. Dione much leaner.
Lovely
great
backhand.
Shot. Great
Beautiful
shot with the backhand left.
Hopefully she can build on that confidence. Lovely backhand to it, but again just finds herself on the back, spins out nicely.
It's almost as if the work going forward is well in tune, but the word you use, navigating out of that, is what she needs to put together as we move through this bout.
And again, the last bout I covered this, it's about the experience of knowing how to, manoeuvre and get yourself through rounds. See, she's landing lovely shots there, but also getting caught with shots on the way out, after.
Well, once trapped on the ropes, there's nowhere to go. And the Swiss using every ounce of her experience and ringcraft to try and force her opponent back. Good single shot from the Swiss boxer in red.
Dione is throwing some lovely backhands, lovely backhand hooks, or backhand lead hook, and nice uppercuts also. I'd say the eye catches are probably coming from Dione, but just ring position, a little bit of being assertive, probably coming from the Swiss. So close round.
Yeah, close round. We'll have to wait and see what the judges think of that, what they make of that. Contrasting styles. These two coaches. I'll ask you this question once we've seen the scorecards. They're all in, and they're all going the way of the home boxer. 5-0 Dione.
We'll take that.
And actually the USA down the bottom, 8-10 round.
Yeah, not quite sure. I'd give that a 10-8 round, but it was, I can see why they have all gone for Dione, because the eye catches were coming from her.
So these two in the corner. What will they be saying to Dione?
Stay relaxed, stay composed. We've actually got quite a similar style to Dione, so it's all southpaw as well. So you know, Dave Alloway and Gary Hale and Lee Pullen as well, very, very experienced coaches. And you know, this next cycle coming through, we're very fortunate to have these experienced coaches part of the team.
We just saw the highlights of that uppercut hook combo from Dione Burman. That was a lovely piece of magic from the woman who leads on all 5 judges' scorecards after the first round. So, Burman of England in blue and Jenny of Switzerland in the red.
Dion's shoulders look a bit more relaxed this round, which is really nice to see. It's a little bit more composed. You know, having the lead is always good going into the second round. Means you can flow a little bit more. You haven't got to force it. Yeah, nice shots.
A little bit of pre-fight tension perhaps from Dione Burman, who knows what it takes to win these events. Won gold in January at the GB Open World Boxing Cup event. Landing a bit of leather though there. Once again pinned up against the ropes. It seems a part of the game plan from Jenny, where possible, force Burman back onto the ropes and pile on the pressure. That's where she's had her most success, is in these instances where Burman goes back onto the ropes, where she's done well to wheel out of trouble.
Yeah, and she did catch her with a nice uppercut on the way out, and also just need to keep offsetting, you know, keep moving lateral, keep moving side to side, just so you know, the Swiss fighter's got to set her feet every time she throws her shots, where Dion's a little bit more mobile and can navigate and, you know, move round.
As she did in that first round, winning it on all 5 of the judges'
lovely
scorecards.
backhand.
Yeah, great
Lovely
work.
backhand.
And we're getting a count against the Swiss. Standing 8. And we're back underway. Made the point earlier that if you are new to Olympic style boxing, it doesn't have to be a knockdown to get the standing count. 1 or 2 of them have looked a little early, but the referees are in there to protect the boxers as best as they can.
Definitely. And it was a big eye catcher. It was a good shot.
Yeah, that's
Dion's covering up well there. She covered up well. She did find herself in the back of the ropes, but with her back on the ropes, but she did cover up well and didn't get caught with anything clean. And the confidence is growing. You can see the confidence growing. The Swiss fight is still, you know, still strong, still coming, but the class, I would say, is coming from our girl in blue.
Yeah, lovely little uppercut straight through the middle from Dione Burman there as well. Good head movement from the Swiss to get out of the way of that rangy backhand from Dione Burman. But Burman does it the same, slip and throw. Much more confident in this second round from the boxer in blue.
And all the eye catches, I would say, this round's come from our girl in blue. So I'd like to think that'll be another 10-9 across the board. Maybe even another 10-8.
A couple of 10-8s down the bottom. The USA judge has gone 10-8, 10-8, and she leads by 4 on that scorecard, and leading on all 5 of the judges' scorecards going into the final round. That's starting to look like a job incredibly well done by England's Dione Burman. Talk us through some of this action, Lewis.
I mean, she found herself on the back there, with her back on the ropes, but you can see her just taking a little step back, Yeah, lovely 1-2 there. And I don't think the Swiss was hurt there, but it did knock her off balance. So you understand why the referee did step in, and it was a beautiful shot.
Yeah, beautiful 1-2 from Dione Burman. And the scorecards tell you it's been a beautiful 1-2 rounds from Dione Burman. We're into the final round of 3 here in Sheffield. The gold medal winner from the GB Open in January in this same venue. And we know that barring an unfortunate mishap, she will be marching on to the semi-finals here.
Yeah, it's been a really good performance so far after a difficult start. The first 30 seconds, the girl in red really put the pressure on, but Dion's has controlled that better as the bout's gone on.
Yeah, saw off the new ball danger and edged her way into the fight, and then edged her way in front. And is looking more and more confident and comfortable as the fight wears on. Good shot out of the break from the Swiss, and Burman back to the ropes, but throwing as many as are coming in her direction.
And it's a really good performance against, you know, an experienced opponent in the Swiss fighter. So, you know, Dione will learn a lot from this. And as I was saying, you know, with bout number 3 this evening in the German, where she'll learn a lot from this. Even though Dione is, you know, actually winning this bout, she'll learn a lot from it as well, from the ring craft that the Swiss fighter has brought to the ring.
Yeah, third of the home nation's fighters to be in the ring already. Kelsey Oakley was out in the first bout of the week, beaten by LEE Cheng-Wei of Thailand. And then Zoe Andrews also on the wrong end of a decision against the Italian Elena Savchuk. So heading towards the last minute of this contest. Oh, that's good work.
Lovely backhand.
Great backhand, single shot, straight through the gate.
Really nice. Nicely navigated away from the ropes as well. Just drift around, just needs to drift around, not give nothing big away in these last 45 seconds.
What's changed from the first 30 seconds? Because we were picking up that she wasn't navigating away particularly well. Is it just confidence when you see that first scorecard and you think, actually, I've got this?
That would definitely have played a big part, I believe. It's always a lot easier. And also, you know, the opponent losing the first one has to start chasing the fight, leaves bigger gaps. So you notice in the second and third rounds there's been more eye catches from Dione, which has been easier for the judges to score.
Yeah, bigger target to hit.
Of course,
And
comes more square on, leaves more gaps, and Dione throws a lovely backhand down the middle to exploit them. And again,
and there it is, right there, right on cue from Lewis Richardson as we head towards the end of this 3-round contest. Couple of little blows thrown after the bell, nothing doing, no need to worry. Job well done for those in the blue corner of England. So here's the action from the final round, and it came at a point where Burman knew she'd done enough. Shipped a couple of punches from the experienced Swiss boxer with her back up against the ropes, but there you can see boxing on the back foot, the straight right hand that Lewis Richardson was telling us about. When she was throwing it, she would feel like she couldn't miss.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, bout number 15. After 3 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards where your officials at ringside score a unanimous decision victory in favour of your winner, and boxing out of the blue corner, it's Dione BURMAN.
So Dione BURMAN wins, and it's the beginning of a journey for not just Dione but so many of the rest of these GB boxers. And Lewis Richardson sitting alongside me has just popped something in my hand as we have a quick look at the
10-minute break.
Scorecards there. Wide margin victory.
And in that time, it's
as we were waiting for the verdict there, we knew that Dione BURMAN had won that bout. We were just waiting to see how far she'd won it by, and it was a landslide victory for her. Really impressive. One of her aims will of course be the Los Angeles Olympics in 4 years' time, and just as we were waiting for that verdict, Lewis just tapped me on the leg and he put something in my hand. What was that thing that you put in my hand, Lewis?
the Olympic medal.
Show it to the camera. Slightly higher, look at that. There you go. Lewis, part of the GB squad that went to Paris 2024 this summer. And I've mentioned in the commentary I was lucky enough to be at ringside doing the post-match interviews, and I interviewed you on the Saturday night when you beat the Jordanian fighter to secure that podium finish. We didn't know what colour it was going to be, and I was there after you had your podium moment as well. And you've basically been on a road trip around the country taking that medal to anyone that wants to see it, and everyone wants to see it.
Yeah, that's the thing, you know. I was people always say about, you know, this sort of the importance of the Olympic Games and the opportunities it can bring post games, and especially with a medal. And I remember another Olympic medalist from the Tokyo cycle, Fraser Clark, called me the night I secured my medal. Obviously we didn't know what colour it would be, but he said, trust me, the fact that you've got a medal that you know, it will change your life forever. And it's hard to really understand what that means, you know, when you were in that moment. And of course I still had a job to do, and go as far in the competitions as I could, but you know, coming home from the games, just yeah, the reception I've had, you know, not especially within Colchester, my home city, but also, you know, within Essex and even nationwide, has been absolutely wonderful. And yeah, I've been invited to some really great events and met some, you know, some great people along the way. So really enjoying the experience post games. But you know, before long it'll be back to business.
Yeah, back to business. What does that mean?
Well, I guess we'll find out in the coming months. But you know, I'd certainly like to be back in the ring for February, March time next year.
And that's no longer in the amateur game, I'm assuming. Are we talking professional, or we have to wait and see?
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, who knows? All I would say is you'll see me back in a boxing ring. You know, within the next 4 or 5 months for sure. You know, November, December, January is always quite a quiet time. Of course, there's a competition here, and we know there's a few competitions, a few professional shows on in December, but it's relatively quiet. January is always quite a quiet month, so yeah, I think you know, February, March time we'll be looking to get back in the ring.
No doubt a lot of promoters will be very eager to sign him up because of this. First time I've ever held an Olympic medal. It's heavier than you think, you know, this thing. You have to wear that around your neck otherwise, because I'm a bit too limp-wristed, I can't manage it.
Yeah, and for those of you who are tuning in who don't know, so this piece here is part of the Eiffel Tower. So every Olympic medal has a genuine piece of the Eiffel Tower in, which is pretty cool. Did you know that, Chris?
No, I didn't know that.
There you go.
There you go.
Every day's a school day.
Yeah, a very interesting school day. It's show and tell day. Lewis has brought his Olympic medal. What have I got? I've got just my water bottle. It's all I've got. Sadly, not the best for my show and tell. Listen, we are taking a slight break here at the World Boxing Cup Finals. We've had 5 bouts in the morning session, in the evening session, I should say. Brilliant performance from Dione BURMAN of England just a couple of minutes ago, beating JENNI. But what we're going to go and do is, there's a few people queuing up. They want to see Lewis Richardson and his medal. So while we take this break, I'm going to excuse Lewis, I'm going to excuse myself, and we'll be back with you shortly.
For Team GB at the Paris Olympics. So Lewis is here. Was it the 57, the 63 and a half, the 71 or the 75 kilo? Ask him now. So we've got 10 of you thinking 71, 2 of you thinking 63 and a half. So it's 71 kilo. Fantastic. Oh, I forgot to click it. I got it incorrect. Never mind. Round 2. So question 2. Here we go. Who wears headguards in amateur boxing? I think this is as seniors. So who wears headguards as seniors? Everybody, men. What is a headguard? So who wears headguards in amateur boxing? So we're looking at women with 8, everybody 6. What is a headguard? I think you're in the wrong sport. Fantastic. So with the seniors, it is women. So 8 of you were right on that one. And then we're on to round 3. Question 3. Where is the inaugural World Boxing Championships being held in 2025? Is it Riyadh, London, Liverpool or Paris? So everyone take a guess. Fastest finger first. Riyadh, London. So it looks like Liverpool. A few for Riyadh, 2 for London. It was Liverpool. So 8 of you who got that. So I think we're going to go into the results now and see. So KD in the blue corner, where are you? You're first. Up there, KD, show yourself, stand up and give us a wave. No, she is refusing to. Fantastic, well done there. Big Dama, where are you? There we go, fantastic, well done. And Ellison in your red corner. Same guy, fantastic. Right, so that was our quiz. So well done, everyone who competed there. So I think we're going to go on to fan cam now. So get onto the fan cam and get your face on the big screen. Oh, there we go. Fantastic. There's me. Fantastic. So let's have a walk around. Let's see who's there. We've got Nathan and John hitting a look. Chat. So say hi on the fan cam, guys. Absolutely brilliant. So we've got Dione, who's just been in the ring, so she's on the fan cam now. And Claire's there, and there's Dione. So yeah, fantastic. Well done, well done. See you in the next round. Is you're not getting past this lady. She's yeah. So there's some more people. Fantastic. You can also, on our AI generator, you can take a photo of yourself and you'll generate yourself into a boxer in the red or blue corner. So have a go at that. I'm going to give it a go in a sec. So you want to click the option to share your photos and AI filters. So upload your generated AI filters and let's see what we get up there on that screen. So, where's your AI generated photos? Get them submitted, they'll be coming through in a minute. Right, so, there we go, that's better. I don't look like my mum anymore, fantastic. So we're about to get back underway, so if you want to take your seats, we'll start moving. So thanks for that, guys, absolute fantastic bit of fun there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 16. It's a men's 57 kilo quarter-final. Introducing to the ring, your red corner. Give it up for Bilguunsaikhan KHARKHUU, representing Mongolia.
So KHARKHUU Bilguunsaikhan representing Mongolia. Gold medal in the last World Boxing Cup event held in his native Mongolia a couple of months ago. He's actually one of 2 Mongolians at this weight boxing here this week. And the draw has kept them apart, so if they win all the way through, it would be an all-Mongolian final.
Ladies and gentlemen, your blue corner representing Japan, it's Shudai Harada!
Shudai Harada is a really exciting talent. He actually lost to tonight's opponent, KHARKHUU, in the first round of the World Boxing event in Mongolia that KHARKHUU went on to win the gold. I wonder if Shudai tonight can rewrite that script. Saw him earlier arriving at the arena, looked incredibly relaxed, incredibly confident, as you can see, all smiles. And Japan haven't put a foot wrong here so far. 4 fights, 4 wins. And at no stage have they looked like dropping any of that. Mentioned earlier to Lewis Richardson that I was ringside at Roland Garros for the Olympics. And Shudai Harada got to the quarterfinals at the Paris Games.
Representing World Boxing. Judge 3 representing World Boxing. Judge 4 representing World Boxing. And Judge 5 representing Australia. Your referee representing the Netherlands, Konstantinos Papadopoulos.
Well, Shudai is up on his toes and ready to go. First of the men's bouts
Round 1
of the evening session here in Sheffield at the World Boxing Cup Finals. And the Mongolian, KHARKHUU Bilguunsaikhan, has already switched stances. Ferocious start from both boxers. Landing the leather. The Mongolian can box orthodox, he can switch stance. And he can bang as well. Big punch landing on the chin of Shudai Harada. Blink and you miss it with these two. They are rapid. Great work. Harada on the inside. But the Mongolian catches the best shot of that flurry and then follows it up with a right hand as well, rocking back the head of his opponent. All of a sudden it feels like we've had a bit of a step up in trip. Big power coming in. Harada just breathing a little deeply. Set off at a ferocious pace, haven't they? And when they both come in swinging. Lightning start, these two. Harada swinging punch after punch, none of them landing, wheeling them in like golf shots. Mongolian stalking his opponent, walking him down, but his head is perpetually moving. Backhand, right hand rocks his opponent's head. Oh, that's better though from Harada in blue. Snap left hook. All of a sudden the pace drops and then it goes again. The Mongolian brings his guard high up to his head. And then Harada comes in again with that backhand right, landing on the temple. Would love to know the way that the judges are scoring this. Both of them on the aggressive. Three jabs just getting through the middle of the Mongolian's high-held guard, but then he comes through with the uppercut off the backhand. Always on the move, the Mongolian. If he's not moving side to side, his head is constantly in motion. Harada has his man in his blue corner. But oh, the Mongolian punching around the back. Protect yourselves at all times, but the referee will have a word there because Harada was looking in the opposite direction when that punch came in from the man in red. Harada just palming his opponent's face away as we head towards the bell at the end of what has been a truly explosive first 3 minutes. What a round, and the nod suggests that Shudai Harada thinks he's won that first round. And all of the judges would disagree with him. They've gone the way of the Mongolian. Big power punches from both of these featherweights right from the first bell. KHARKHUU of Mongolia in red won the gold at the World Boxing event in Mongolia in September. Shudai went to the Olympics with Lewis Richardson just a few months ago. This is high caliber boxing. And Lewis is with us after taking a short break. Kiss a few babies, show the medal off, sign a few photos.
No, it's nice. The response is always nice, you know, being at home, being recognised post-games is really wonderful. But I caught the last 30 seconds of that, Chris, and it looked like an explosive round.
All 3 minutes was like that. It didn't stop. And straight back at it as we come back out for the second round. When they throw, they really throw. So the Mongolian took the round on all 5 judges' scorecards. But the Japanese in blue is so lively as well. So a couple of Mongolians in this weight. The other one is Dorjanyambu Gambold at the opposite end of the draw. So if the Mongolians win all of their bouts, we could have an all-Mongolian final, as we did in Ulaanbaatar a couple of months ago. Harada trying to dictate the pace now from the centre of the ring, but the Mongolian is so quick on the defensive.
Yeah, really nice movement out there. And that's what I was talking about earlier, about navigating around the ring and having that ring craftsmanship, and it is really impressive.
Almost like he's got wing mirrors. He knows exactly where he is in relation to the ropes. That's a good shot with the uppercut from Harada.
They're both landing here. They're both landing good shots. What I would say is Mongolian just looks to be a little bit more purchase on the shots, but you know, from a scoring shot point of view, it's very close.
It's brilliant to watch.
Lovely movement in now, really fast.
Both teams well represented here in number. Good voice in this arena here in Sheffield as Harada lands a couple of blows, but as you're saying, Lewis, maybe not as much purchase as his opponent in the red.
No, it doesn't look like it. Just looks a little bit more aggressive, the red, but you know, a scoring shot is a scoring shot. Really competitive, close round.
Certainly is, as it was a couple of months ago. The man in red got the upper hand that time, and he has the upper hand here. Just out of range as he wheels in the left and then the right. Into the last minute of the second round of 3. The Mongolian has had a good 20 seconds where he's not landed a punch here, but you know that the next one's not going to be far away. The better work as we head towards the bell at the end of this second round is coming from the Japanese in blue.
Yeah, you'd have to say. Yeah, good pressure, finishing really strong here. This could be enough to take the round. Yeah, good shot.
That's a great
again.
shot. That might be a decisive punch in the minds of the judges. And for the first time, the warp speed of the Mongolian just as slowed.
A few nice backhands here.
Yeah, solid end to the round. And again, for the second round in a row, Harada praises his own work as he walks back to that blue corner. Counted for nothing in the first round, losing on all 5 of the judges' scorecards. And this time round, 4 of them have swung the other way. 4-1 in favour of Shudai Harada in that round. So the Mongolian up on 2 of the judges' scorecards overall, and the other 3 can't be split. What that fast ending to that second round means for the Japanese is that we've got a live fight going right down the stretch here.
And that's what we love to see, Chris. We love to see a 3-round fight, you know, not a 2-round fight. So it's yeah, it's all to play for going into the last round.
Third last round.
First of 6 men's bouts that will draw our evening to a close. And if they're all as exciting as this, then you've got the best seat in the house on the World Boxing YouTube channel. Mongolian seems to have got his breath back after that minute's pause in between the rounds. He just slowed for the first time in the fight, the final 30 seconds before the bell.
And that's why you've got to be switched on, you know, for the full duration, because leading into that final 30 seconds, it was very, very close, but Japanese just finished the stronger of the two. And that's enough to win a round sometimes.
Yeah, the recency bias that could creep into a judge if they're like, oh, I can't really split him, and then you see, well, he had a good 20 seconds at the end of the round. You can see why they might go one way or the other. Not saying that they do, but you could see why that might happen. So the Mongolian has centre ring. Harada is the one that's having to backpedal to try and find his avenues of attack. Minute down in this final round. Haven't seen anything like the explosiveness of the first couple of rounds yet in this final stanza, but that's good from the Mongolian. He's throwing the big power shots again. Not quite finding the target as Harada just pats away at his forehead as they're in the clinch. A couple of body shots and one to the face after the referee said break. Oh, that's nice work from Harada in blue as he backed away. The left hand rising into the cheekbone of the Mongolian, who's coming on strong again. Harada trying to work his way into this final round and landing the better punches in this middle section of the third round. The Mongolian is on the back foot. Oh, good shot, the Japanese boxer. Another good shot, blue. Yes, the more eye-catching work is certainly coming from the man in blue from Japan. Turning this fight on its head after losing the first round on all 5 of the judges' scorecards. Towards the final 30 seconds, how do you see it, Lewis Richardson?
It's a great, great second half to this final round. Now the Mongolian's coming on stronger. You'd have to say the Japanese were starting to take over there, but now it's Mongolian's coming right back at him.
It's going to be a pick'em.
Yeah, certainly is.
Well, they were brilliant in Ulaanbaatar. They had us out of our seats that night. And they've been brilliant here in the City of Steel. Real steel from both boxers.
Great bout.
As both walk to their corner with smiles on their faces, thinking that they've done enough to get the nod. And breathe, everybody. A fight of two halves. Harada, the Japanese, really came on strong in the second round. This is the best of the action from the third. Felt early doors like it was the Mongolian that was controlling the pace, but again, as we work towards the final bell,
okay, ladies
seemed to slip away from him. Let's get the decision from our MC, Craig Denham.
Rounds of boxing. We go to the scorecards. We are officials at ringside. Score a split decision victory in favour of your winner, and boxing out of the blue corner, it's Shudai Harada of Japan.
Well, he turned it on its head after losing the first round on all 5 of the judges' scorecards. I know, Lewis, you'll probably say, don't know, never happened, but how hard a job is that for the Japanese to have done?
No, it has happened, actually, and it's difficult. Especially 5-0 down. Sometimes you go down 3-2 down or 4-1, but yeah, to go 5-0 down and bring it back, really, really impressive. Obviously winning them second and third rounds, 4-1 split both times, so yeah, really, really impressed.
And the Japanese are 5-0. 5 fighters, 5 wins. And I don't think there's been a dour contest. They've all been absolute barn burners.
Yeah, not here to mess about.
And that is it for the Japanese contingent for today, at least. And we'll enjoy a recap of some of the best of the action from that final round. In fact, the whole fight, because punching after the break came in the first round, the Mongolian warned by the referee. But after a fight quite so engrossing, why wouldn't you want to see the best of the action again?
Absolutely. Wouldn't mind seeing the whole fight again.
I'll tell you again, Lewis, it's on the World Boxing YouTube channel. We are live and it'll sit there forever. So all you need to do is go, how far are we? We came on air at 5 p.m, 1 hour 40 in. There you go, bang, straight
Look at
to
that,
it.
Chris.
Get to enjoy yourself on the commentary as well. What a treat that'll be.
An absolute pleasure.
Okay, so 16 bouts are in the history books. Our 7th bout of the evening session is another featherweight quarter-final, and we can only hope that it'll throw up as much action as the previous one did.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 17. It's a men's 57 kilo quarter-final. Firstly, introducing your red corner to the ring, representing Korea. Give it up for Jaeyong SHIN. And ladies and gentlemen, introducing your blue corner to the ring, representing Chinese Taipei, give it up for Cheng-Wei Lee.
So LEE Cheng-Wei of Chinese Taipei is on his way to the ring. Boxed in the Colorado leg of the World Boxing Cup in Pueblo back in April. 25 years old and up against a Korean opponent in Jaeyong Shin, 2 years his junior. Only his 2nd time boxing in Europe.
So ladies and gentlemen, your officials at ringside. Judge 1 representing World Boxing. Judge 2 representing World Boxing. Judge 3 representing World Boxing. Judge 4 representing Great Britain. Judge 5 representing Australia. Your referee representing Germany, Eric Drache.
So bout number 17 pits Jaeyong Shin of Korea in the red corner up against LEE Cheng-Wei of Chinese Taipei in the blue corner. It's the 2nd of the men's featherweight quarterfinals. And already you get the sense that this might not be as explosive as the previous bout, Lewis.
No, definitely not. Styles makes fights, and this looks like it's more of a thinking chess match.
Doesn't mean it won't be as engrossing.
Definitely
Good work
not
off
for
the
the
back
purist.
foot from the Korean as the man in blue advanced on him. Just sent one right up the middle, tickled his nose. 3-punch combo from the Korean, the left, the right, and then working to the body. But it's the man from Taipei in blue who's stalking his prey. Early doors in this first round. Shin finding the body, the man in red. Switching stances as well. He can go orthodox and he can switch to the southpaw style as well.
Yeah, looks very relaxed, the Korean. Nice
Incredibly
style.
relaxed. Very hands-down defence as well, just backing away, ducking his head.
Yeah, can get away with it if you've got good feet and good reactions, but always more dangerous.
It's a bit more straight line stuff. I think you can tell from LEE Cheng-Wei of Chinese Taipei, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. The more creative defensive work is coming from the man in red.
Nice hand defences from the Chinese Taipei. Just you know, the third or fourth shot comes through, and maybe he needs to react after the first or second and fire back with something.
Caught one coming in there, straight up from the low-held left from the Korean. Better work up close from LEE Cheng-Wei of Chinese Taipei. Again, keep the hands down by your waist to just back out of trouble. It's great to watch, the Korean.
Good feet, and found his flow in the second half of this first round.
It's like watching The Matrix from all those years ago. One for the younger viewers. Keanu Reeves, is he still a thing? I don't know. Into the last 20 seconds of this first round. It's not the ferocious pace of the previous bout, but almost a Superman punch jumping into that one. Like Roman Reigns from WWE, the Korean. As we go to the final bell at the end of the first round. Very different fight to what we've just really enjoyed, Lewis. How did you see that first round?
You'd have to say the red just picked that off, and yeah, as we can see with the scorecards coming through now, yeah, I'd say fair decision, competitive, but the 10-9 across the board is right, I'd say. Yeah,
slicker work going forwards and backwards, and you never quite know how often the judges are judging on defensive style, but that is a thing of beauty when he just backs away from trouble with his hands by his waist.
Yeah, of course, and it's that sort of being, showing the judges that you're in control of the bout, in control of the range. If you are on the back foot, it's because you want to be on the back foot, it's not because you're being forced on the back foot.
And there you go, there's an example of that. Hands down by his waist, using the ropes just to propel him out of trouble.
Seconds out. Round 2.
So the red corner is up on the judges' scorecards. SHIN of Korea up against LEE of Chinese Taipei, and SHIN has landed a great shot straight up the middle. Sent the spray up into the air. Spray again flying up into the air when the Korean in red lands. Just a little untidy. LEE trying to impose himself on the contest, trying to get up close, use his strength. Strangling it as a contest a little bit, neither man able to throw clean punches. SHIN just caught by the blue glove of LEE, but now he gets his man up against the ropes and can try and work away. Well done from LEE to swivel out of trouble.
Korean, frustrating the Chinese Taipei, catches a lovely uppercut there.
That was really lovely uppercut. Straight through the middle and then a couple of jabs as well. You mentioned earlier with one of the women's fights where the frustration grows and they have to change their game plan and it creates bigger openings.
Yeah, it just leaves more gaps, and he's starting to find those gaps well in this second half of the round.
So minute 10 left in the second round. SHIN of Korea in the red, taking the first on all 5 of the judges' scorecards. Nothing clear-cut in this second round, but it does feel like he is the man in the more comfortable position.
Yeah, definitely have to agree with you there. Do you know what? He looks really good at what he's doing. He's not getting caught with any big eye catches, so it's quite hard to score against him, and the fact that he's not getting caught with anything big.
And then he's been patient, waits for his opening, and he lands a couple of shots, one to the body and almost upstairs. He's a slippery customer, that's for sure. That's a good body shot. Heading towards the bell at the end of round 2.
Good shot.
Korean just glancing over to his entourage that are sat just behind us, shouting words of support towards him.
Blue comes back to the corner there looking frustrated. Rightly so. It's a tough bout for him to land anything clean.
Yeah, it's a long way to travel as well if the fights go against you. And indeed this is going against him, with the top 2 judges scoring that a 10-8 round. So SHIN of Korea up by 3 on 2 of the judges' scorecards, up by 2 on the other 3, and heading towards another Korean victory. What must that be like, Lewis, when you come to an international tournament, and if not you, then some of your teammates it must have happened to, where you go out there, your hopes are high to get a lot of lessons on the board, a lot of minutes in the ring, in an international ring, and the first bout goes against you, and the rest of your teammates are still going to be boxing on, and you're twiddling your thumbs a little bit.
Yeah, it's difficult. I guess you know, that's part of being a team. You know, being part of GB boxing, or you know, whatever nation you're representing is supporting the team, but also the beauty behind closed doors at some of these tournaments, which is a little bit of inside information for you, Chris, but you know, if you do go out to competition early, sometimes there's sparring opportunities, you know, with other nations who have dipped out of the competition early, so you can still gain that international experience.
Yeah, even if the eyes of the cameras are not on you. Lewis Richardson alongside me, Chris Latcham, in the commentary box. Stacey Copeland is in for the final couple of days. She'll bring you the medal matches Friday and Saturday. Lee just looking to find something, anything in this contest. It's all gone against him so far. Referee just having a quick word with Shin, the Korean, for pushing his opponent's head down. Still he boxes off the back foot with his almost no guard, hands held round by his waist, and comfortable in doing so. What would be the best way to box against a boxer like the Korean, who's so comfortable in his own skin?
I just think you've got to try and... wouldn't be my tactic. I'd just try and frustrate him as much as possible, make it as hard as possible for him to hit me, to make it a case of, you know, he wouldn't be able to get into that flow because he's not landing anything himself, whereas sometimes the Chinese Taipei is just sitting in front of him for a little bit too long.
Yeah, it's been a good performance from the Korean. My strategy to swarm him is probably why I sit behind a microphone and not with the gloves on my fists.
Easier said than done doing it.
Referee stopped the contest in 1. So, a minute left of the contest. It's a contest that we already know which way it's going. It's going towards the red vest. But what can Lee of Chinese Taipei show us from the final 60 seconds of his time here in Sheffield? Frustration is the word. He looks a little tired as well, actually, and just almost ground down by the work of the Korean.
Yeah, it's demoralising, you know, and it's frustrating, and you do start, you know, leaving gaps and sort of just going in recklessly. But yeah, it's difficult.
Brilliant work on the break from the red-vested Korean. Uppercut and then popped off another one. So we're into the last 10 seconds of this 17th contest of the week. And Shin Jaeyong of Korea will be getting the victory. We are going to wait for confirmation of how wide that victory is. But that's a good day at the office for the man in the red.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, bout number 17. After 3 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards, where your officials and ringside score a unanimous decision in favour of your winner. And boxing out of the red corner is Jaeyong Shin of Korea.
So unanimous points win for Shin of Korea, who will next box Shudai Harada, who won the previous bout with an all-action style. So that will be a real contrast of styles in the next round, Lewis.
Yeah, really good fight. You know, styles makes fights, so be interesting to see who comes out on top on that one.
And we will have to wait until Friday afternoon to find out who will come out on top in that one, in the featherweight semi-finals. Still to come. Live on our broadcast, we've got the other two featherweight quarterfinals. And up next, big punching Brazilian, medal-laden Brazilian, up against a young and incredibly promising Thai boxer.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 18, which is a men's 57 kilo quarter-final. Introducing your red corner to the ring, representing Brazil. Give it up for Luis Oliveira.
So Luis Oliveira is in the ring. Former South American Games gold medalist.
Introducing your blue corner to the ring, representing Thailand. Give it up for Visit Perchantuek.
Well, Visit Perchantuek is one of the top-ranked Thai featherweight prospects, just 19 years old. And what an opportunity for him to test himself on the global stage here in the city of steel, Sheffield, on day one of the World Boxing Cup Finals.
Ladies and gentlemen, your officials at ringside. Judge 1 representing Chinese Taipei, Judge 2 representing World Boxing, Judge 3 representing Finland, Judge 4 representing Australia, and Judge 5 representing Italy. Your referee representing World Boxing, Thomas Nelson.
This is bout number 18 in the men's featherweight 57 kilo category, the quarterfinal between Luis Oliveira of Brazil in red and Visit Perchantuek of Thailand in the blue.
Very good boxer coming out the red corner, Chris. Seen him you know, over the last couple of years on the circuit, and yeah, very good boxer.
One of a number of very good Brazilian boxers. They schooled them well, that's for sure. And it runs in his family as well. His granddad, Servilio Oliveira, boxed at the 1968 Mexico City Olympics, won a bronze, like someone sitting not too far away from me. Had a pretty decent career as a pro as well. He retired 19-0. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't be too sad, that one, would it, Chris?
So Luis Oliveira is in the red, and he's taken up residence in centre ring. But Palchantak of Thailand is lively on his feet.
Yeah, it's hard to hit. He's just not coming back with anything of purpose. But you know, Brazilians struggling to actually land anything clean on him.
Yeah, and actually a clean shot came from the bouncing Thai off the ropes and throwing the backhand right. And now he's starting to throw a little bit more. Just 19, looks older than 19, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He certainly
Tough
does.
tape around. Been with the Thai set up for years. Joined them as a young teenager. Come through the ranks. He's gone to youth games. They rate him highly. It's easy to see why.
Definitely, you can say we've got a bit about him. He seems, you know, very mature for the age.
Country built on its combat sports. Muay Thai is enormous out there. Kickboxing, boxing's hugely popular as well, as it is in Brazil. Same with the MMA. But he shipped one there, the Thai, and immediately sprang forward like a cobra, trying to get one back himself. I think we're going to enjoy watching this men's featherweight category over the week, Lewis.
Very competitive weight. And there'll be some great. There's already been some good bouts, and I think that's going to carry through.
It will only get better as we work through the week, as the body shot just knocked the Brazilian off balance there. As he came in looking for the head, the Thai came back, just caught him off balance. A little bit of exhibitionism from the Brazilian, trying to win curry favour with the judges perhaps. Hands held high as he walks to his red corner. Tough one to score. So Lewis doesn't want to score it. We'll let the judges score it, and they've gone 4-1 in favour of the Brazilian.
So you know what, that was I didn't want to score it actually on that one, but
I'll let you off.
What I would say is the Brazilian, you know, was on the front foot. He was pressing the bout, and I think the judges have maybe gone for that, because if you probably scored it solely off scoring shots, you'd probably have to go for blue. But you know, the scoring criteria in Olympic style boxing is, you know, it isn't just how many shots you land. It's a bit more than that. Obviously, ring assertiveness and ring sort of generalship, and Brazilian showed his experience there for sure.
Certainly did. You called it early. Good fighter, seen him from the circuit.
Seconds out.
And he's the more experienced man, 4 years older. Pan American Games medalist, bronze last year. South American Games 2022. Gold medalist. So he gets it done on the big stage. And we just don't have the body of reference for the younger man in the blue corner from Thailand.
But I've got a feeling in the future we may have that, because he's definitely got a bit about him.
Now we shall see, and we'll follow his career with great intrigue at many world boxing shows to come, including the World Championships in Liverpool next September. Hopefully we'll see him there. Right then, what are we? 40 seconds into round two. Clean shot from the Brazilian, who just smirks at his opponent after sending his head rattling backwards.
Nice hooks there from the Brazilian. Also goes to the body nicely as well.
Yeah, he's turning it on a little bit more in this second round.
And again, that's what, you know, getting the scorecards in your favour, that's what it can do. It can help you relax, help you flow a little bit more, and you can build off of that.
And he certainly is building. Duplo blocks against the Thai here. And using his ring smarts as well there. Second, it looked like he might be in a bit of trouble. Just grip him in tightly, lock his arms up, wait for the break. Hands starting to flow from the Brazilian. That was nice. 2 shots, second one landed. Oh, lovely.
Really, really nice work there.
Skidding across the ring. I don't know if you remember Sol Campbell skidding in the mud against Croatia all those years ago. That's what he looked like there. The Wally with the brolly night. Steve McLaren.
Yeah.
England failed to qualify. Great memories.
Nice body work there from the Brazilian. Really impressive. Really turned it on this second round.
So heading towards the end of the middle round of 3. And the Brazilians just turned up the heat in this second round. Oh, he throws wonderful combinations, but that was a single shot, make no mistake.
Great angles as well. It's hard to defend those shots when you don't know where they're coming from, around the side or underneath or straight through the middle.
Yeah, he's finding his range.
Yeah, he's looping the hooks around really well.
It's those low body shots seem to come from his knees. Yeah, great stuff from the Brazilian, and well he might raise his right hand in the air at the end of that round. He did it at the end of the first, and you and I both went a bit quiet on our predictions. We couldn't quite decide which way the judges would go. I think we're a little more confident which way the judges will go with that.
I think this one's a little bit clearer, Chris.
.10-8 round on 4 of the judges' cards. The margin is too big without a stoppage victory for Pisit Pauchantuek of Thailand. I mentioned the Brazilian turned up the heat. He really brought it to the boil in that second round. And let's enjoy some of the best shots. There was that wonderful combination, the uppercut followed by the backhand.
Third and last round.
So final round, Brazil in red, Thailand in blue, and Brazil leading by a wide margin. It's the angles, they're almost jaw-dropping the way he can shape his punches from all the way down by his waist, and then they're coming in from his shoulder height. So difficult to defend against. Body shot just cannoned into the hip of the Thai boxer. In the first round that happened. The Brazilian almost looked off balance. But it's almost like a feint, a shimmy that he does to try and throw his opponent off balance.
It's like he's having a little dance with you. And you got to stay to his tune. But it's just the experience now. You can see, you know, he knows he's well in control of the bout, and he can tuck up and he can throw, and it's having that comfort, you know, that comfort blanket of being 2 rounds up.
Yeah, the comfort blanket is looking pretty snug, maybe in an electric blanket, keeping him nice and warm, toasty at night as winter draws in. Great work on the defensive. Didn't even need his hands, just ducked his head. Slipped the punch. Not Billy Wiz, he's not there.
And the boxer in blues just ran out of ideas a little bit in the second and third round. You know, he had a really positive first round, which it was really close, really hard to score. Obviously went 4-1 against him, and it's just run out of ideas a little bit.
Bit of a slip. As the Brazilian went for the air shot. Have you seen enough from the Thai boxer to think, yep, there will be more to come?
definitely, because I think, you know, it can't be underestimated how good this Brazilian is. He's a very good fighter. Obviously, was in Paris, lost to a good American, I believe. You know, but I've seen him around the circuit for many years, and he's won a lot of good tournaments.
And he will hope to win another good tournament this week here in Sheffield, the World Boxing Cup Finals. International gold medals. I've just seen actually the little cards that you give out to the kids with your signature on the back. It's got all of your medals that you've won over the many tournaments. The silver that you won at the GB Open here. There's a gold in Spain, I want to say.
Yeah, a few golds along the way, but yeah, silver in this tournament in January against 3 good fighters. Lost on a split decision to it was the current European champion at the time. So
Satarian?
Yes, correct.
Yes,
yeah.
He was at the Olympics as well, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Always think he's got terrific hair.
Yeah. I'd have to agree with you, to be honest.
Yeah. Better hair than me. So we've been waffling away because we knew the outcome of this bout a good minute or so ago. Well, 3 minutes or so ago, because the margin was so wide. Coming in to that final round, the Brazilian got the job done. And he got the job done in real style and enabled himself the opportunity just to tuck himself up, stay out of danger, but still threw out a bit of leather. And he'll be hoping for a unanimous perfect victory across all 3 rounds
of boxing. We go to the scorecards where your officials at ringside score a unanimous decision victory in favour of your winner. Boxing out of the red corner, Luis Oliveira, representing Brazil.
So the unanimous victory goes Brazil's way. And our first Thai boxer of the week goes home empty-handed. And now Luis Oliveira can go backstage and he can watch our footage on the World Boxing YouTube channel, because the next fight will be his opponent in the semi-finals. There is the scorecard. And he's taken it all 3 rounds. Comfortable win for the Brazilian, and it's 5-0 in favour of the man from South America.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 19, which is a men's 57 kilo quarter-final. Introducing your red corner to the ring, representing Mongolia. Give it up for Gunball Donyambu. And ladies and gentlemen, introducing your blue corner to the ring, representing China, it's Zinlin Chen. Ladies and gentlemen, your officials at ringside. Judge 1 representing World Boxing. Judge 2 representing World Boxing. Judge 3 representing Korea. Judge 4 representing Germany, and Judge 5 representing Great Britain. Your referee representing USA, Latasha Washington. Round 1.
So Mongolia in the red and China in the blue. Dorjnyambu Gambold of Mongolia with the luscious locks. I told you I like the hair of Nikolai Terterian in the previous bout, but I think I've got a new favourite here, Lewis.
I wonder if that's a fresh haircut from in Sheffield or from back home.
Yeah, I don't know. Where would you go? How would you know?
Yeah.
But he looks good. Anyway, there's a good bout that's going on while we harp on about the haircut in the red corner. Lively start.
Yeah, really
the
nice
Mongolian's
shots, up and
really
down.
keen to show his power early on. Nice work from the Chinese, Xinlin Chen.
Yeah, nice backhand. Good southpaw backhand. You see so many more southpaws nowadays, Chris. I'm sure you've seen it, you know, over the years how they used to be less and less, but now, yeah.
Why is that? Was it coached out of them, or were they just not?
I just think
Did coaches not want them? Why is that?
I don't know. I guess back in the day it'd be a very sort of standard, you know, procedures to go orthodox, but
My dad's a left-handed cricketer, and he was coached to bat right-handed because it was harder.
yeah,
Harder to coach a lefty.
yeah. I think a lot of times you get put into the orthodox stance, whereas a little bit more freedom nowadays, and you see a lot of Olympians, you know, go on. I think, to be honest, Chris, there was 20 qualified at light middleweight in my division. I think 11 of us were southpaws.
Wow. There you go. But it's the Mongolian out of the orthodox stance against the Chinese boxer, who is the southpaw, landing a flash jab there with his lead right hand. The Mongolian started at a real rate of knots. The Chinese boxer is meeting him, centre of the ring, and saying, yeah, let's have it.
Yeah, the Chinese boxer is just he's using his range a little bit more. He's throwing long shots, 1s and 2s. Mongolian's just trying to go a little bit bent arm. Both having success, but falling short every now and then, the Mongolian.
Interesting to see how this plays out over the course of the 9-minute contest. 3 rounds of 3. And yeah, there you go. The Mongolian just throwing those bent arm shots and just fractionally out of range. Xinlin Chen of China is controlling that range. Chinese boxer Etwan coming in, but gave a couple out on the way back. Body shot right on the bell. The Mongolian felt that was low. To the corners they go.
What are we saying for the scorecards, Chris?
You're challenging me on this one. I think I'm going to lean blue, but I think we might be looking at a 3-2 split.
I think I'll agree with you, to be
That's
honest.
my judging.
I'm going to go 4-1 blue.
Leaning, just leaning a bit more than me, aren't they? Yeah, all 5 going the way of Xinlin Chen of China.
Yeah, the Mongolian started well, but the Chinese, you know, he did take over towards the back end of the round.
We didn't show the scorecard about the haircuts. All
That would
5 going in favour of the Mongolian. Only on the haircuts. Here is the best of the action from that first round. You're right. Gambold, the Mongolian, came out and started well. But this is right at the end of the round. Don't think it is low. Right on the waistband.
On the belt line.
So all good. Round 2. Mongolia in red, trailing on all 5 of the judges' scorecards to the Chinese boxer Chen in blue.
Chinese boxer just throwing lovely 1-2s, you know, leaning back on the back foot a little bit. Quite hard to catch clean, and also to get him right behind that lead shoulder as well. So the target for the Mongolian is less for him to see.
Yeah, constantly on the move now, Chen. A bit more than he was in the first. Boxing at range, but just trying to control that distance, opening up so he can land that body shot. having lost the first round and not quite able to get into range, this will start getting a little bit frustrating, perhaps even desperate for the Mongolian. Ganbol took the silver in the World Boxing Cup event in his native Mongolia a couple of months ago. Beaten by his international teammate, who we saw just a couple of fights ago, KHARKHUU Bilguunsaikhan. China looking for their first win this week. That's a good shot. Both fighters swinging for the hills, and the boxer in blue was the one that came out on top. And that looks like a big head clash. Big head clash. The count is being administered. I thought that was a clash of heads, the way he went down.
I think it was, Chris. The referee just gives them a little bit of time anyway. Not necessarily because it's a scoring shot, where there definitely wasn't. Definitely a clash of heads there.
Yeah, needs to blow the cobwebs free. That was real impact. We will see the replay in the break between the rounds. But the Mongolian now.
Mongolian.
When I play any kind of sport, Lewis, when I play football, when you get hurt, I seem to come out and this burst of adrenaline. It looks like that's what's happening to the Mongolian boxer here.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, I think the clash of heads has forced a cut underneath the left cheekbone, right on the point of the cheekbone, and the doctor's being called to have a look at that.
Yeah, and that's swelling up quite quickly, that is.
That's a clash of heads impact, surely.
Yeah.
Nasty one. I think of Ricky Hatton, suffered so many cuts like that around the fleshy part of the cheek and the eye. Danger with that is, as your career goes on, is that skin can reopen, re-tear.
Of course, yeah. Weakens.
And the Mongolian not wasting any time now. Aware of the cut on his face, trailing on the scorecards, needing to do some damage, landing a single shot. Bit more intensity about Chen, the Chinese boxer in blue as well now, realizing there's a very present danger in front of him, the wounded fighter.
Oh, good shot. Good end of the round there from the Mongolian.
Yeah, strong end. I just wonder if that cut, if it's swelling up at the rate that it's swelling up, might that cause some vision issues?
Potentially, definitely. I'd say it looks like it's just a bit below the eye, but yeah, good. Ooh.
So a 4-1 split in favour of the Chinese boxer, who is 2 up now on 4 of the judges' scorecards. So Ganbol of Mongolia is going to have to come out swinging, as he was at the end of that round. He's going to need a stoppage or a 10-8 or a 10-7, which can be done, to get the job done here. But we just see it again there. We're going to see it in the slow-mo here, Lewis. Yeah, it's heads.
And it is on the left cheek as well, so it's definitely come from that.
So this is a rerun of the first angle. It's forehead to cheek. And that's why the impact was so much more painful for the man in red.
Third and last round.
Final round of this contest. Xinxin Chen of China just has to stay out of trouble. Xinlin Chen, I should say. Mongolia has it all to do with that damage to his face as well from the clash of heads in the previous round. He's slugging.
Expect nothing less from him.
So tough, the Mongolian fighters that we've had here this week. Well, Chen using his ring smarts there, with the Mongolian advancing on him, swinging for the hills. Just grab him, walk him back to the ropes and take 5-10 seconds out of this final round. Good work to the body from the Mongolian. That's a tangle of the legs that can happen with a southpaw and an orthodox. No knockdown, straight back into it. Good aggressive work in this final round from Gambold in red. That's much better work. Oh, big shot from the backhand of the Chinese boxer. Heading towards the final minute of the contest. And still it's Gambold of Mongolia walking his opponent down, but his opponent has a wide margin lead on the scorecards.
Chinese just needs to see this out now. Don't want no cuts at this stage of the fight when you're 2-0 up.
And the power that he's punching with, and the fact that their heads come close together, there is always the risk of that cut. The Mongolian calls him on as well. Let's go down the stretch, he says.
We just love to see it. Another good bout. You're right in saying I missed this morning's session, but yeah, these bouts this evening have been absolutely fantastic.
Yep. Something about the way they're structured. I think it is because we go up in weight as we go through the sessions.
Yeah.
So much more power behind the punches as you work through the session that it just seems to get better and better and better as we work our way through. Huge punch from the Mongolian. I think we all agree that it might be in vain as Chen, the Chinese fighter, lands.
Good bout.
Late
nice
into
respect.
the contest. Good respect from both fighters. And I think now the important thing is that Dorjanbu Gambold goes and gets that cut on his cheek looked at. Nasty, caused by the clash of heads. Silver medal in the last World Boxing Cup outing a couple of months ago. I don't think he'll be medaling this week. He certainly came to fight.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, bout number 19. After 3 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards, where your officials at ringside score a split decision in favour of your winner, and boxing out of the blue corner, it's Zinlin Chen of China.
So the blue corner has got the win, although there is some confusion in the ring because the Mongolian boxer is celebrating what he feels should be his victory, but I can confirm, and the graphics all around the arena are confirming, that the win is in the blue corner, China. So the frustration is on the face of Gambold. I mean, he can't have looked at the scorecards going into that final round.
And that's the thing, some coaches, you know, some nations don't tell their boxers the scorecards going into the final round. You know, they don't want it to be necessarily demoralised by it.
Certainly so. I mean, it's not the widest of margins, but it's 4 judges to 1 going in favour of the man from China. I wonder if, with that severe clash of heads, if there was a little bit of scrambled senses on behalf of the Mongolian, or maybe it's just a lost in translation. He felt he got the win. Ultimately, the judges disagreed. So, 19 bouts in the books on the opening day of the World Boxing Cup finals here in Sheffield, the City of Steel. We've got 2 to come, and up next, it's one of our home favourites.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're on bout number 20. This is a men's 80 kilo quarter final. Introducing your boxers. And firstly, your red corner representing China. Please give it up for Remandu Halimalati.
So Remandu Halimalati will be hoping for a back-to-back Chinese victory after what we've just seen from Zinlin Chen in the previous bout. And this guy possesses real stoppage power in those hands. I just showed Lewis Richardson a clip of the previous World Boxing Cup event in Ulaanbaatar, where Rayamandu Halimelati absolutely knocked cold Australia's Jericho Dale with a thunderous overhand left.
Yeah, that was a brilliant shot you showed me.
Introducing your blue corner to the ring, representing England. Give it up for Dimeji Shitu.
Popular in these parts, Dimeji Shitu from Romford, down in Essex, but based now with GB Boxing here at the English Institute of Sport in Sheffield, 22 years old. Watched an interview with his coaches at the 5-star ABC in Essex. Is that an Essex gym? Yeah. They compare his style to Tyson Fury, so I'm looking forward to seeing how he goes.
I had the pleasure of sparring Dimeji a few weeks ago, and I understand why he's got that nickname, because he's a tricky customer. And you say about the Chinese opponent, you know, landing a great shot on his opponent a few months ago, but he'll do well to land that on Dimeji for sure, because he's a tricky customer.
Excellent, contrasting styles. Looking forward to watching this one.
Judge 3 representing World Boxing. Judge 4 representing Japan. Judge 5 representing
It'll be a good
the
test
USA.
this for Dimeji, up against a silver medal winner
Australia,
from the Ulaanbaatar Mongolia World Boxing Cup event a couple of months ago. Beaten by Japan's Go Wakaya in the final, who is here this week but has a bye. So he'll go straight through to the semi-finals. Dimeji Shitu in the blue, representing England, up against Rayamandu Halimelati of China in the red. Already I can see the Tyson Fury comparison. It's the way he carries himself.
Yeah, he's really long levers as well, and good range, good judge of distance.
Yeah, got into boxing, aged around 16. Him and his mates, they wanted to know who would win if they sparred, and by his own admission, he got beat up. So he said, I can't have this. Got in the gym, started working, started improving, and here he is at the base of GB Boxing. Not bad.
And that's the power of sport, you know, it can take you all over the world.
And indeed it will, although we've already seen signs of the power of the Chinese boxer there. Just landing a couple of clean shots. Dimeji comes back with a couple of his own. How did you handle your sparring with the bigger man, Lewis?
Well, I say bigger man, at the time I wasn't too far off him.
Out of training, right?
Healthy weight, I'd say.
Yeah, okay. How are the biscuits? Shitu trying to go working to the body.
It's a good start from Dimeji, you know, he's staying busy. It's good to see. Both of them are not landing anything significant, I'd say, but he's staying busier, he's hard to hit. He's always keeping the Chinese with something to think about.
Certainly is. These two boxing at 80 kgs, the heaviest weight that we've seen so far this week, so there'll be power in those fists, and we've already talked about the power coming from the man in red.
Staying busy, it's an impressive first round from Dimeji.
He's certainly hard to hit, isn't he?
Yeah, he is
always
hard
on the move, elusive, and then those long levers that he can throw out, constantly giving you a problem to be aware of.
Yeah, definitely.
And he's the busier of the two boxers, especially in this middle part, or the latter part of this first round, I should say.
Yeah, good backhand there. Nice eye catcher.
Certainly
Just
was.
as the 10-second clapper sounds.
Yep, rocked the head back of his Chinese opponent. So a bit of a mixed bag so far for the home nation's boxers. This morning, pair of defeats, Kelsey Oakley in the women's 50 kg and Zoe Andrews in the women's 54 kg. As Dimeji Shitu is 3-2 down after round one, according to the judges at ringside. And this afternoon we've seen Dion Burman with a really impressive win over a more experienced opponent, JENNI of Switzerland, in the women's 66 kilo category.
Little bit unfortunate, to be honest, I think, to be 3-2 down after that round. But it was close, it was competitive, but you know, I thought he'd done enough to win that round.
So this is the penultimate fight of the opening day here at the World Boxing Cup Finals in Sheffield.
Second round.
Djida Shittu in blue, 3-2 down on the judges' scorecards after the opening bout.
Second round.
To Rayamandu Halimalati of China in red.
Good start from Djida there, good backhands landed.
Does he need to do the same as what he did in the last round, or tweak something to try and catch the eyes of those judges?
You know, it's fine margins at this level, and it's just a case of trying to give away, less and give more. But he's doing exactly that at the start of this round.
Yeah, come out with real purpose. The start of this second round, the man from Essex. Could have been so different for Djida. He wanted to take up karate when he was a boy, and his mum said, yeah, if you're very good at school, and that day he went in and he wasn't good at school, so she said, you're not going to karate. Wax on, wax off. Trying for the uppercut, not quite finding its way through the Chinese guard. Lots of support in the arena for the home fighter in blue.
Yeah, really nice shots there. There's 4 or 5 punches there without no response from the Chinese. Does land the counter in the end.
Didn't need the break from the referee there, did he?
No.
Yes, more good work, and that's a clean shot that got through. No glove blocking that one. Rangy. I didn't want to use the word gangly because that wouldn't be quite right, but it's not far removed from gangly. Djida style. Awkward, that's the word.
Yeah, very awkward, but very effective also. Long levers, long levers.
Yep, long levers, quick reactions as well. Saw that punch coming, sends one straight down the pipe. Then throws the uppercut.
Good round.
Good pressure,
Yeah,
good round. Into the last minute of this second round. And he's being deducted a point. Djida Shittu now has an even bigger job on his hands. For my money, he was on top in this second round, but that point deduction is going to send him skittering backwards. So frustrating for the England camp in blue. Away to our left-hand side. 25 seconds of the second round remaining.
Good shots. Good shots,
very good
there.
shots. Yeah. Ultimately, with the point deduction, needs to win this round.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely needs to win the round. I'd say he has. I'd say he's done enough.
And we shall see. Much better from Djida Shittu. It's a 3-2 split in the Chinese boxer's favour after the first rounds. Felt like a bit of a split 'em. I think he was much better there if you don't take into account the split, the points deduction. And indeed all of the judges agree, all 5 of them going in Djida's favour. And the USA judge scoring it 8-10. But ultimately that point deduction has proven costly. Needs to win this final round and win it well. So what's the message in the corner here? You've won a round really well. You've got to go and do it all again.
Just keep building on that second round. Looks like he's getting good instructions in the corner from Phil.
Seconds out.
Yeah, looks ready to go.
Third and last round.
So final round of our penultimate contest of the day. Djida Shittu of England in blue, Rayamandu Halimalati of China in the red. Snatched that first round on a split. All of the judges went in the blue man's favour in round 2. What have we got from the final offering? Still the livelier work coming from Shitty, but no punches landing.
No.
I've not seen anything like the power that we know that Hala Melati is capable of in this fight. He's not been able to, has he?
Exactly
He's not been able to find his range.
Yeah. Oh, unlucky there. Nearly landed the backhand.
There is a confidence about Djida
Yeah,
here.
he stays busy with the lead hands, always flicking it around, flicking it in front of your face. It's always hard. It's hard to build off of that from yourself. Lovely shot.
Oh, that is
so
good
busy
work.
with it. Really busy. Good tempo. Good work rate here.
Yeah.
And landed some good shots. And again,
And another one. Well, he said he needed to win this final round. We're halfway through that final round. What's your half-term report?
I would say he's doing exactly that.
But the job is only halfway done. 80 seconds remaining in the fight. Chinese boxer is starting to throw, but just can't find his target. How key will that point deduction be? The English boxer in blue, deducted in round 2. Into the last minute. It's a key minute in the early career of Djida Shittu. He's on the programme. He'll be here for 4 years. It's the start of a long journey, we know that. But these are the miles on the clock that can help to shape fighters.
This experience is invaluable. Look at that, yeah, finishing strong as well.
He really is.
Yeah, nice, yeah, good, lovely work there.
Getting better and better as the fight wears on. Last 15 seconds comes the shout from our left. The Chinese boxer looks to be fading. Can Djida Shittu do enough to convince the judges with a point deduction that the fight is his? Good contest. Good contest for the English boxer. And ultimately, Lewis, I think it will come down to whether or not the point deduction is enough to deny him the victory.
And I don't think it is, Chris, so I would say we're going to get another victory here.
He's gone early, Lewis, with the prediction. I didn't even ask him for the prediction. So here is the best of the action from a final round, and it was a final round that Djida Shittu grew into, and indeed the fight started well. Lost the first round on a split, won the second round on all of the judges' cards, and got better and better as the fight wore on. Let's get the result from the centre of the ring.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, bout number 20. After 3 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. We are officials at ringside. Score a unanimous decision victory in favour of your winner. Boxing out of the blue corner is Djida Shittu.
Yeah, lovely job. Really well deserved there.
Representing
a unanimous
England.
Decision win with a points deduction. How hard is that, Lewis, when
Difficult.
the point goes against you?
Yeah, and losing the first round as well on a 3-2. He's really come through strong in the second and third there. Done really, really well.
Yeah, and soaking up the adulation of some of his teammates who've gathered up on the balcony away to our left-hand side, and the paying fans as well. Well, there's a name to look out for in the future, and indeed for the rest of this week. Djida Shittu just getting checked over by the doctor at ringside. He's absolutely A-OK, and we'll see him again as the week wears on. He's through to the semi-finals.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 21. It's a men's 80 kilo quarter-final. And introducing to the ring, your red corner, representing Italy. Give it up for Federico Tessari.
So this is the final bout of the opening day here at the World Boxing Cup Finals in Sheffield. Bout number 21. God, 21 bouts. Long day at ringside, but it's been a thrilling, breathless day at times. And Federico Tessari is the penultimate guy to make his way into the ring, just 21 years old, and making his international competition debut.
And ladies and gentlemen, introducing your blue corner, representing Brazil. Give it up for Wanderlei de Souza Pereira.
Wanderlei de Souza Pereira went to the Olympics this summer. Quarter-finalist in Paris, lost to the eventual gold medalist Alexander Kizniak, who Lewis mentioned earlier he's had a round with, and he does not stop. The big Ukrainian.
Ladies and gentlemen, your officials and ringside. Judge 1 representing Australia. Judge 2 representing Germany. Judge 3 representing the USA. Judge 4 representing Korea. And Judge 5 representing World Boxing. Your referee representing World Boxing, Alexander Darbish.
So, final contest of the opening day has the experienced international warrior Wanderlei Pereira, calls himself Holyfield, the real deal, against a relative novice, Federico Tessari, on his international debut of Italy in the red.
Tough challenge on your international debut, but again, you know, great experience. I remember my first bout for GB Boxing was against a Kazakhstan opponent who was a world bronze medalist.
Wow. We're going to start you by throwing you into the fire.
It was a humbling experience.
Yeah, I'll bet. I will bet. So Wanderlei Pereira is taking up residence in the centre of the ring with his orange boots and his blue vest. But the Italian looks lively. Under 22 national champion, so he can certainly box. He looks busy as well, doesn't he, the Italian?
Yeah, you know what, and the Italians, you know, as a sort of national squad, they do have quite an elusive style, so they are quite hard to sort of pin down. But, you know, Brazilians also nice and relaxed and elusive.
Yeah. Rerun of the 1994 World Cup final, Roberto Baggio's penalty. It was a dreadful World Cup final, that, 0-0. I hope we get a better contest here.
Can't say I was around for that one, Chris.
A bit older than you, aren't I, clearly? Show my age. USA World Cup, terrible time of day. Not good for us in Europe. We've got that to look forward to in 2026.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Let's focus on the boxing. So, he still continues to be busy, Federico Tessari. And Wanderlei Pereira is more patient, just looking to pick his shot. He's caught one on the way in there. Just can't quite get into range, Tessari.
No, and you feel the Brazilian's got more sort of gears to go for at the moment, but he isn't. He needs to go for him. He's landing well to the body, but not landing anything of significance to the head as of yet.
Just a single straight shot to the body, and we heard it reverberating around the arena. Solid shot there to the head. Maybe now he's starting to go through those gears, Lewis.
Yeah, he's picking it up ever so slightly.
Already a slight reddening underneath the nose of Tessari in red. That was a good shot. Snap jab with the lead left from the man in red.
And Pereira's not actually the biggest light heavyweight. He was naturally a middleweight. Obviously, when the middleweight got taken out of the Olympic Games, he decided to move up to 80. So, although he's not the biggest, you can tell he's got that speed and that elusiveness also.
The same issue that affected you, you went the other way.
Yes,
right?
I went the other way. I went down, he went up.
Who'd win catch weight?
Me back at 75.
Yeah.
Me.
Okay. First round is done and done. And Wanderlei Pereira looks like he's yet to really break a sweat, yet to go through those gears, as Lewis Richardson was just telling us here at ringside.
But I would say he's still in the lead. Here we go.
And indeed, you would agree with all 5 of our ringside judges. And the Australian judge at the top has given that as a 10-8 round. So, bit of work to do for young Federico Tessari. What age did you make your international debut?
I believe I was, well, against the Kazakhstan for GB boxing, 20 years old I was. 20 or 21 maybe.
So a young starter as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Seconds out.
It's a baptism of fire, isn't it, when you get thrown in against
Round
more
2.
experienced
Massively.
world level opponents?
Yeah, but as I was saying earlier, you know, I've mentioned a couple of times, this experience is invaluable, and it really, you know, it helped me to become the fighter I am today, without a doubt, you know. And at the time, it's always tough to take, but these are great lessons. You always learn more. You tend to learn more from the losses than you do the wins.
Yeah, you don't learn much from just easy wins, so you might as well test yourself against the best, which is what Tessari is doing. Up against Wanderlei Pereira, Olympic quarter-finalist this year. World Championship silver medalist in Tashkent last year and a South American champion the year before. He can box. Tessari is throwing the stinging shots. He's not quite finding the target, but if he does, when he does, could cause an issue. Pereira so menacing, the way he pretty much just smiles at his opponent all the way through the bout. Caught one coming in there though, and then lands one himself with the lead left hand. Pereira keeps throwing that front foot feint, but they're not following through with anything.
Yeah.
Well, there it is.
I think he's well within his comfort zone here, landing really nicely to the body with a straight backhands.
Oh, that's a good shot. Straight down the middle, just pop the gum shield back into Tessari's mouth. Now he's maybe starting to turn it up. Pereira urged, in fact ordered by the referee to keep his head up. Now he's starting to throw the backhand to the head. It's the backhand that's been getting through to the body. If he can find the head, maybe he'll take more control of this bout. Won it on all 5 of the judges' scorecards in that first round, into the last 45 seconds of the second. Nothing to suggest that he's not in total control here, but seems a little third gear total control.
Definitely. The Italian's doing well, you know, to stay in the fight here. He's, you know, there's probably levels between the two of them at the moment, at this stage of both their careers, but the Italian's doing well.
On that international debut again, just to remind you about that. With the cameras, with eyeballs on him.
Of course, against one of the best in the world.
That's nice actually from Pereira, that little just pat of respect as he walks back towards his own corner.
Respect from both of them for sure.
So where does that leave us with the judges' scorecards? Another one-way round, all going the way of the man in blue. So 3 up on the Australian judges' scorecard, 2 up on all of the others. And from this position, the way the fight's been going, he'll be able to freewheel home. Just a reminder, this is our final bout of the opening day. We've had 21 contests across the day. And that is just a flavour. 42 boxers we've seen. There's more than 100 here this week. And the fights will continue coming thick and fast on the World Boxing YouTube channel over the next 3 days. So Pereira in blue of Brazil looks to have the job sewn up against Tassari of Italy in the red. But 3 good more minutes for the young Italian to hone his craft, sharpen himself up against one of the very best.
Of course, and you know, from Pereira's point of view, where he is 2-0 up, he needs to stay controlled, stay composed, because you know, we're always learning on the job, even the more experienced. And as you can see there, he's done exactly that. 3
big shots, and the count was administered because of that backhand right, which really rattled the head of the young Italian. And the referee just steps in just to give him a bit of breathing space. Standing count of 8, and we're back underway. Looks like he's blown the cobwebs free, but really felt the power of the big Brazilian there.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, Holyfield is quite a good nickname for Pereira. Holyfield was a cruiserweight who operated up in the weights at heavyweight, won the world title. And as you say, he's moved up in weight and he's carried some of his power with him too.
Certainly has. And speed as well.
Minute 20 of the day's boxing remaining here at the English Institute of Sport in Sheffield. And Wanderlei Pereira is cruising towards a big victory here over Federico Tassari. Showed him his power in this final round.
Yeah, lovely body work there.
Yeah, forced a count on his opponent, and now I think he's just keen to show the golfing class, but respectfully, constantly little pats on his opponent's back. Gave him that pat on the belly as they walked to their own corners at the end of the second round. We've all been young once. So into the last 30 seconds. Glance to the clock from the Brazilian. So Federico Tassari will be hoping he can get some of that international sparring backstage as the week wears on. His competition is coming to a close. Doesn't mean his skill sharpening has to end right there. Good fight, good performance, a little bit skewed. I think coming in, we probably knew that it would go the way of the blue, but the Italian held up his end. So we're going to take another look, Lewis, at the standing count that was administered here. There were 3 big shots that came in from Pereira, and it was the third one to the left temple that forced it. This will be the better angle for it. Talk us through this one, Lewis.
Yeah, there's a left hook there, but also, yeah, it's that right hand over the top. And it looks like some power in them shots as well. You know, he's really loading them ones up and coming over the top of it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, bout number 21 after 3 rounds of boxing. We go to the scorecards. We are officials and are inside. Score a unanimous decision victory in favour of your winner. Boxing out of the blue corner, it's Wanderlei de Souza Pereira, representing Brazil.
So the victory is confirmed. Wanderlei de Souza Pereira, a man who calls himself Holyfield, marches on to the semi-finals in the men's 80 kilo category, and up next he'll face Go Wakaya in the semis on Friday. And there is the confirmation on your screen of a wide margin victory 8-10 rounds on 2 of the Australian judges' rounds, round 1, round 3, and 8-10s almost across the board in that final round, as Wanderlei Pereira got the job done. And that means we are done for today's action. So just a chance for myself, Chris Latcham and Lewis Richardson to wrap up what we've seen from this afternoon session, evening session I should say. Let's focus on the home fighters. We saw Dione BURMAN winning against a more experienced opponent in JENNI. What impressed you about Dion's performance today, Lewis?
You know what, Dion's opponent come out strong, very experienced, obviously a lot older and more experienced, but she come out strong, and Dione, you know, she stayed composed, especially in them early first 30 seconds to a minute, and then just come out on top, you know, and you could see her confidence was growing round through round, or, you know, minute through minute, to be honest, and come through a very deserving winner.
Yeah, and then I think one of the performances of the day was Djida Shittu in the penultimate bout of the night, boxing from Essex, Romford, the 5-star ABC, but now with GB Boxing representing England here. Lost the first round. In the second round, had a point deducted and somehow came away with the unanimous decision win. Yeah,
and very deservingly so, I'd say. Although he did get a point taken off in the second, he still won that round quite convincingly. And then, you know, when it's all to play for in the last round, it sort of comes down to who's fittest, who wants it more, and he showed he had the heart in that third and final round.
A couple of other impressive performances to talk about. There was Sukyoung KANG, the Korean, who won by a referee stops the contest in the second round against a very young German who got quite badly beaten, the referee stepping in to save her from herself, I think, because she would have wanted to come out for that third round.
Yeah, for sure. I just think probably, you know, a little bit too much too soon for her at this stage of her career, but again, as I mentioned a few times this evening, it's all great experience for the future. It'd just be a tough one to take for her tonight, but really good performance from her Korean opponent.
And we have to mention, team of the day has to go to the Japanese boxers. 5 fighters, 5 wins. You've been away on international trips where, you know, sometimes you'll have those days where everybody goes out and everybody gets the job done. What will the mood be like in their travelling camp?
Yeah, it'll be absolutely fantastic, and I think that's you know, when you have that team morale, especially on day one when you get over the line, you get your first couple wins, and it just keeps flowing and flowing. I remember being on teams with GB Boxing where we've won our first 12-13 bouts, and it's just like, it just don't feel like it's going to go any other way. So that confidence will, you know, will ride through the team.
Yeah, it certainly will. It's been a privilege and a pleasure to have you alongside us in the commentary box today, Lewis. Not just you, but your shiny Olympic bronze medal, and you were showing it off to some of the kids in the crowd as well. Have you enjoyed yourself?
Yeah, pleasure to be here. Obviously, last time we were talking, it was in front of sort of millions around the world, you know, at the Olympic Games. But it's always, yeah, it's great to chat, and I enjoy doing this. You know, it's something different. It's something out of my comfort zone, but it's great to be here and do it all again tomorrow. Yeah,
we've got a gap in the schedule. You're going to fill it. So Lewis Richardson will be with us on commentary for day 2 from the World Boxing Cup Finals tomorrow. More terrific boxing to come, but we've had 21 thrilling bouts today. I think it's time we all took a little bit of a rest. Now, if you've missed anything today, you can wind back the YouTube feeds. They will sit on the World Boxing YouTube channel. But for tonight, from the English Institute of Sport here in Sheffield, from me, Chris Latcham, from my good pal Lewis Richardson, we will see you tomorrow.